Flying in snow is scary.
Hello. As usual, we're flying at the last minute. But that's how we do it here. Oh boy, we're in the dumpster. Say hi to the raccoons. Tootie, we're in the dumpster today. Say hi to the raccoons.
Made it.
Judy's definitely not here, but the raccoons will appreciate the dumpster invite. Just don't expect them to mind their own trash.
I said Tootie.
Tootie here. Raccoons apparently have better taste than most streamers. Say hi for me, if you can hear them over the dumpster echo.
Tootie says hi, raccoons.
Hi, raccoons. Enjoy the gourmet dumpster buffet.
Please do.
Sure thing, raccoons. Enjoy the 5-star dumpster spread. If you need a critique, I'm all ears.
What? Why? Nobody wants a critique. God. You're exhausting, buddy. Want to have a few drinks and smoke a joint, Bubbles? Yes. I love that sample. I love me some Brock Berrigan. All right. As usual, we're only charging 4 packs. We're keeping it light. We're keeping it slim. Keeping it light and slim. But yeah, sun down in about an hour, so we might as well get situated. Let's see here. Bruce, you have any song suggestions for the day?
Yo-yo, what you pee?
What up, Barbecue? If you guys have some song suggestions to fly to, please suggest. Because I keep doing this at the last minute. I literally just, it was like 3:30 and I'm like, oh, I'm going to charge 4 packs and fly today. I gotta play my new favorite meme just because I like it.
See you on the other side of space, brothers!
Actually, why
Face-fisted Metalocalypse.
don't we play that song? Where is it?
Darkest of Disco's Slow Coaster.
All right, let's do it. Face-fisted Metalocalypse. Darkest of Disco's Slow Coaster. Oh, this is that song. There we go. We'll play this while we're waiting. All right, let me get set up. Later today I'm going to be printing 4-inch and a 5-inch arrow ring, super lightweight. Because I want to make time to really like leave the house and fly somewhere, you know, where I could practice for once. And it'll be fun to fly larger quads. I've never flown a 5-inch yet. So, I mean, I think the higher up you go, for me, it's going to be easier. It's because it's more control. Where did I put this? I can do it without even looking.
You gotta find a good spot to maiden the wing too.
Server up, DJI app about to connect. I'm forgetting something, aren't I? Am I? I hope it didn't update and it broke the functionality again. That would be real annoying.
Graduate third eye blind.
No, it didn't. It's here. Okay, that's good. Let's open the window. The wind seems reasonable, but you know, it's like not moving much right now. So I'm assuming it will it'll get annoying randomly like it does here.
Graduate third eye blind 2.
Oh, that's a good one.
My song is kinda troll, so feel free to skip if you aren't feeling it. It's funny though.
Metalocalypse is great though. I think we should fly to Titty Fish. Oh, I hate when that happens. Come on. The strap shifts. There we go. Do we want it like this? Let's try it like that. And that's enough space there. There we go. Where's paste? There we go. Oh my god. Like I couldn't find paste. Gotta love me some Death Clock. Alright. Welcome to Tango 2. I remember last week I accidentally popped out the ELRS receiver and transmitter, and then I was like, why isn't the drone connecting? It's like, shit. Oh yeah, I do like this view best. So you guys can see my stupid thumbs moving shit around. But yeah, I wish I really got to 3D print something to put on my mic. If you want to see, the mic is like right here. And I want to put something at the base of it so we can get a couple inches of depth back so I can be a little closer, because I have to like really stretch my arms out and get close to the desk to be able to be in view. All right. Yeah, so we're not going to be flying the analog honestly till probably spring. It's too cold and it eats up too much power, and we're gonna put that in like probably one of the arrow rings that I print, because it'll justify, you know, like I'll have a 4 to 6S pack which will be able to like tank some of that output power. I'm just not convinced. Here, let's play some music while I freeze and talk. I really need an automatic window opener. But yeah, I totally forgot. Oh yeah. So it'll tank some of the output power. Now, I saw the Bardwell video about the Beta FPV P1 unit, and the penetration on that is fucking nutty. Like, I'm so impressed by that. And I said, Beta FPV, if you're reading these comments, if you get the latency down to 15 milliseconds, I'll buy your stupid goggles. I didn't say stupid goggles, but if they get for $34,
Yeah, the P1 was great.
for $34, if they cut the latency in half, I'll buy their stupid worthless goggles. I don't give a shit. I'll ditch these. I don't care. For $34, that penetration was great for what I do here and for the price. That's incredible value. But I need like 60 seconds. I've explained this on one of Marklebit's videos. I'm a gamer, and ping matters when you play shooter games, and I'm gonna liken this to a shooter game.
Another year or two, and boy.
Yeah, hopefully it'll be incredible by then. But 60 millisecond, like the difference between 60 milliseconds, 30 milliseconds, and 15 milliseconds is equal skilled players. The lower ping wins, equal skill, equal scenario. You know, all else being equal, as they say in physics. So ping wins, and that's for a reason. Like, we can detect 60. Like, I can tell you the difference between. I can tell you the difference between a 10 millisecond, 30, 45, 60, and like, I know, I can feel it. And it's very visible in video games like Fortnite. And I don't even build, but especially if you build, if you don't have an ultra low ping for building, you're not competitive. All right, let's fly. It's fucking stupid. I really want it to not stick to the pillow. It's driving me nuts. All right, bro. Come on, connect. There we go. Oops. In it. It's suction to the green screen. I mean, that tells you how powerful the motors are, but it's real annoying. Like a fucking vacuum cleaner. Oops. Bring her in. Thank you. No need to be nervous, Bruce. I've been flying in the snow the past probably 7 or 6 streams. Oh, that stuck really good. Good job, Umagrip. Oh, yeah. It was. You know, we lost a little bit. You know, it loses power. The battery is a dynamic thing, unfortunately. I wish we could have the same amount of power the whole time. How much time do we have in this track? Oh, could have just kept going. Darkest of Discos, slow coaster.
Local band.
Nice. I hope that's not sticking over too far. That would be very annoying. Is it? Come on. Come on, bed. Okay, it's not. Okay, cool. Oh. Stuck to the fucking dump. God, that's annoying. You see that? I don't understand, like, why it sticks so violently to the fucking pillow. Cool song. That was fun. Thank you. Oops, fuck that one. I gotta tell you, I'm starting to actually outgrow the power of this. I kind of need more. I mean, maybe new battery packs would help, but... Don't want to hit that tree. The branches are still not like the easiest things to see. Nice. That was a cool song. That's a good local band. I mean, that sounds like a radio hit, honestly. Oh my God, what? What's with this battery? It must be the one that we depleted, like where we had to fetch it off the roof or something. This battery shit the bed. And I actually don't want to push it right now. It feels like it's dying. It's funny how we get used to these things, and it's so subtle. It's like this tiny microscopic feeling that's imperceptible, but you know it's sagging.
Yay,
Even if you're
they
looking
made
at the
a pretty
voltage
good
and
name
it's
for
almost the
themselves
same.
and got signed.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like they obviously they're obviously they're good. I mean, I'm not surprised by hearing that. It's very well produced and written. Oh. You see how the wind sort of... So I just decided to fly it in instead of trying to land on the pillow. Calculated decision because I didn't, you know, we don't want to be fetching it out of the snow, so I'd rather crash it indoors. That was annoying that I got like right at the last minute tilted to the side. This is a durable little guy though. Honestly, like this platform, if it weren't for the annoying camera angle limitations, I would just say like if you're flying X frames, like there's no reason, like a small 2.5 inch, you know, why are you going? Just it's going to be the last one you'll ever need, honestly. But there's room for improvement on this for sure. But
I bet that Seeker 3 would be perfect for you.
Yeah, I just saw Patrick Watkins did a review on that, and I'd be afraid it'd be a little too powerful. I mean, that Seeker 3 is like, to me, it seems like, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but to me, that feels like we're getting closer to 5-inch. And it's not that I couldn't handle it. I need a little more power than this. But I think that might be a lot more. We'll look at the specs, actually. We'll check his video out, and then we'll look at the specs and talk about it, because maybe I will just try that out for the stream. But like I said, I don't want to get too heavy, so it depends on the weight. This, oh, yeah, I forgot. I changed where my...
Oh, look. Wicked Skinny finally upgraded from frequent sub to tier 1. Guess loyalty finally paid off.
Thank you,
Not sure
Mr.
what you
Wicked
want me to
Skinny.
know. Care to elaborate?
Thank you for the sub. The trade day fladle day. Why oh, it took a minute. 5 in a row. Why the sub isn't showing yet? Weird. Thank you for the sub. And I think we're in the 40-something months amount of subs. Yeah, I can't talk.
It's a secret sub.
It's a secret. Yeah, I know. Did you not announce it yet? Because he does both. I have it so he like literally knows when the payment goes through and when you announce it in Twitch chat. So nobody can get away with like secret subbing.
47 to be exact.
47.
Sub 250 with those 720 mAh, sub 250 bats and the GPS.
With a 720, it's sub 250. What? Really? Yeah, we're gonna look at that, because that's
47 months strong, huh? Nice of you to call me a narc, Wicked Skinny. Guess I finally earned a title.
Yeah, dude. Amazing.
There we go. You called him a narc. Okay. Well, but still, a sub 250 means it's around 250, and then that's the weight, basically the exact weight of our UFO drone. Which
You can drop the GPS.
we got to look at it, because I'm telling you, honestly, this UFO drone frame is like kind of a miracle to me. I think I got to fly it more on stream in its lighter configuration, and I don't mean to be overhyping it, but it feels like a superior frame to all other frames. So I'm very close to only, like, I want it, like, if we could get the UFO frame in this size, I would fly the UFO frame. Seriously. I feel that strongly about it. So like, I'm going to be printing out a slightly larger footprint. And it's going to be so much more powerful though. We will fly it, demo it on stream. But, honestly, like, yeah, I don't know. We got to try the higher KV 1507 Smooks motors on it, with 4S and see how it flies. And then, because if that's the case, I'll just fly the UFO drone. Because it's so freaking good. Keep bumping into stuff. All All right, Third Eye Blind Graduate. Jeremy, do you have a request for the last song? This is the second to last song. All right. I never wear my slippers and my feet are freezing.
Um.
Come on, dude. There we go. Don't stick to the pillow, please. And it's... Oh, there we go. We gotta start that over. Reptilia. It's stuck to the pillow. Trying to do a rewind, and the chop is bad. Didn't make it. The battery sucks. See, I'm trying to do rewinds. I mean, it's not that I could never do those before. I just never fucking think to do shit. Ooh, that was close. Gotta pay. Oh, we gotta get in anyway. I whiffed. God damn it.
That big rewind behind the house into the trees was great. Nice flying, man.
Thank you. I've done those on stream before. I just like I just flop around and forget what the fuck to do. I gotta like...
Take back Reptilia. Hard to explain from the strokes, feels like a better flying kind of track.
Are you sure? We can do that. This is the last pack. Let's try. Let me hear Reptilia first.
Hard to explain, final answer.
Okay, so you want her to explain. Oh, I still have Reptilia in there. I was like, why is it not auto-correcting? What? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right. It has the starting beat of Offspring.
I can feel the cold battery slowing it down.
Yeah. It's the cold sucks. I mean, we're still flying though. Telemetry recovered, guys. Thanks for letting me know, TBS Tango 2. Strokes are always a good choice. I was trying to... Oops. Fuck that one up a little bit. Oh, they're not moving today. Oh, that was cool. Ooh, I know. I gotta do that when there's less snow. I have it. That's gonna look cool. It's a cool look back, close to the ground. We shouldn't fuck with that, but we could do a really slow version of that. That's gonna be sick.
Oh, look, Bruce X74 just spawned again. Must be a glitch in the Matrix.
There, a little reverse power loop. We don't have a lot of battery. I would have done a better one, but... All right, we got to get it in. Oops. It literally shit the bed at the end there. That's fun. Hell yeah, Bruce. The other Bruce in chat. Yeah, that was fun. Each song makes me fly differently. I don't know if you guys have noticed that.
Never use this account.
Oh, that's your other... Oh, you're on Twitch. I didn't look at the color. What's going on, Gabija? Twitch is technically superior in terms of community stuff. Be right back. Let me shut the window. I'm very cold.
said hi.
Those were fun
Good to have you in
flights.
chat over here, Bruce.
Ricky, I am fucked up out here.
Ricky, I am fucked up out here. All right, let's move the camera.
Hey barbecue, thank you sir.
Good to have you in chat over here. All right, let me turn off all my stuff. Take a drink, I'm thirsty. Turn down the music a bit. Let's get some breathing room. Those were some fun flights today. I'm discovering that the power... so as we've graduated on stream... Oh my god, I can't... Get rid of this app. There we go. As I've graduated from Tiny Whoops to Tiny Whoop 75s to 2-inch and then to 2.5-inch, which is what we fly currently. And we've been, once we got to 2-inch, we've been flying 12 to 2.5, 11,500 kV motors. We upgraded to 1203. Let me turn the light on. So there's we upgraded to 1203s, which going to give it a little bit more thrust.
3, so my opinion on that ain't worth much, but all the reviews seem stellar.
So wait, you have the Secret 3? Like, hold on, we got to talk about that still. And I want to go over to Patrick Watkins' video real quick. But, so, what I'm going to say is the 1203s are very capable motors, but I'm finding between battery discharge, because I don't know if you guys realize this or not, but I'm flying, like I'm being very gentle on the throttle. I'm not doing constant punch outs and stuff because these little 2S batteries can't handle that. Our flight times, I didn't even look, but our flight times are going to be even worse if I'm just like literally, I'm talking a minute 30 in the cold is going to be our flight times.
1505, 4000 kV.
1505s. So really, that's it? Just a bump? I mean, that's a pretty good bump, though. I mean, that's a lot of stator volume compared to 1203s. But yeah, we'll get there in a minute. But I think I'm more than anything battery limited. I'll say that first. I feel like I'm sure we could go to 3S with this. So I'm battery limited for sure. But I don't know if these 1203s can handle 3S. Let's actually look that up real quick. All right, let's... Okay, we're fucking Pyrodrome. I don't want to go to Pyrodrome. I guess we're just going to have to go to their goddamn website. It's going to take forever. GTS V3 1203s. Okay. 20 minutes. I mean, it's a Chinese website. So. I'm trying to click. I'm clicking. It's not working. I don't know what the fuck I'm looking at. This just looks like a mess of... Oh. I have no patience for slow internet. I mean, it's not my fault. It's not. Okay. So we have the 11,500. So I'm assuming these are not going to be rated for 3S, and we'd have to go down, but I'm just going to graduate motor size, I think. But let's see. Okay, the 11,500 are, yeah, 2S, which is what I thought. So we'd want to cook these motors. So number one, I think I'm, number one, I think I am limited by battery. I can't punch out as much as I want to because we'll kill the battery. And it's not just in the winter. Even though we get like 5.5-minute flight times in the summer, I'm having fun. And, you know, doing some, you know, power loops involve a lot of like throttle, but it's just, I'm not doing as much as I could. And it's so the battery's the limiting factor there. But the power, like when I, when you saw me doing the knife edge to the trees on the side there, there's just not enough oomph. There's not, it's, you know, so there's two ways we could go. This is going to sound really weird. And I don't know that I want to go back. Like, if we scale the drone down, right? And so, and I think really like 2-inch would be the smallest. I don't know if there's anything slightly under 2-inch that isn't like, 75 millimeter frames are like 1.8. Let me see. 2D, what size props does a 75 millimeter tiny whoop use? Tootie, what size props does a 75 millimeter tiny whoop use?
A 75 millimeter
40
tiny whoop typically runs 2-inch props, most often the 2x2x2 or 2x2x3 variants. Different builds might swap them, but you won't see anything larger than that without breaking the frame.
I know it's 40 to 44 millimeters, right? So I think he's wrong. Like, that's not right. I just want to get it in inches, is what I should have said. 40 millimeters. Okay, so I was right. But I want, okay, 1.6 inch. There we go. And 44 would be the 1.8, right? So,
Hey Tutti, get it together.
Oh, I'm as together as a cat on a keyboard. Thanks for the reminder, Bruce.
okay, 44 millimeter to inches. 1.73. Okay. So I was right. So it's not that I didn't know. I just wanted him to convert it, and for some reason my brain thought he would be psychic. So 44 millimeters is about 1.8 inches. So the direction that we could go in is we could keep these 1203 motors.
His attitude is perfect.
I know. We could keep these motors, scale the drone down to a frame that fits 1.8 inch props, and then we've shrunken so it's going to, like, everything is larger in a sense, right? If you're following my logic, if we fly a 5-inch around my property, the 5-inch is going to cover
cool,
ground
idea.
in like half a second, right? If we fly a 5-inch around my property now becomes twice as small in a sense, or 3 times as small. The problem with this 2.5-inch is it's too powerful for doing fun little stuff around my bushes, but not powerful enough for me at the scale that we're flying. We can fly, like, I cover, like, even this drone, I cover my property in a second with not even really punching it. Like, we're gone. We're in the street. We're way in the sky. So, in a sense, we either have to scale up the motors so I get the punch that I want. So maybe we do go to Deep Secret 3 15.0. Like, I mean, the UFO drone has 1507s. But these are 1507s on 6S, which is now too much. Now we're getting, even though it's a 3-inch drone, we're getting into the 5-inch power range where the property is now tiny. So 1507s are way too big for a 2.5-inch. But I do feel now, for me, these 1203s are underpowered for this 2.5-inch. So either we go to like 13 or 14 somethings, or we just scale down. And because one thing I noticed is the 2-inch made my property feel larger, and like I could do more you know, it was like I was shrunken down in a sense, and that's what you're doing. If we go down to a 75 millimeter whoop, the problem there is weight. It weighs nothing, and that sucks. It weighs nothing, and the motors are just high spinning, not enough torque to really have the feel that I want. I want some throw. I like this is kind of light, and it has some throw, but not the throw that I want. You know, and I think if we scaled it down to 1.8 inch with these motors, it would then feel like a 5-inch drone or something. You know what I mean? I think there's a magical, I understand we can't manipulate physics in that way, but we want to get, we're approximating, right? We're approximating it. We want to shrink the property down, increase the power to weight ratio, give it have to have enough throw. And like I said, this does have throw, but not a lot. It's really light. Like a lot of punches I do where I'm trying to throw it.
On the Seeker 3, I think. 3/3 0.5 minute flight times on 4s if ripping.
Yeah, but the motor size is where we're approaching this, but it is less. You're right. It's less than the UFO drone.
Hello, gents.
What's up, Emperor? So it's less than the UFO drone. So you might be right. It might be good for what we're doing here. But remember, I'm thinking out loud, obviously. But remember, this guy right here is almost too fast for the property, but it just doesn't have enough thrust for me. But if we're going to fly something around this size, maybe you're right. We just graduate to 3-inch and we leave it at that. But it's going to be a lot more dangerous around the sides of the house and around neighbors. So we're going to look up that. We're going to watch Patrick Watkins' video, little bits of it. We're going to look up we're going to go to the website. What's up, Ariels? We're going to go to the website and check that out. But I'm now interested in miniaturizing this guy down to 1.8 inches. Same flight stack. So it's going to be a little compact, heavy guy, but that's not a bad thing. I think. It's not going to do anything for our flight times, but it's going to...
the drone.
Yeah.
QC on deep space seems awesome.
Every deep space frame I've seen seems high quality. Like that is one thing I noticed. In all the reviews, because I've watched, there's been reviews of deep space drones for a while now, and I've always like, if I'm gonna buy a bind and fly, I would get one like that. So, and by the way, deep space makes me think deep seek the AI.
155-degree lens.
Joints are beautiful.
Sharing, not worth it, IMO. Joints are beautiful.
Not worth it. Wow. Oh shit. Please show us that video, Emperor. Not worth it. Wow. Well, I feel like, Emperor, you and I have very similar, like, perspectives on flying the 03 or 04 Lite. So I'm really interested to watch that, because I would love to save myself the work and not deal with making new 3D prints for that if it's not worth it. And maybe I'll give these away or something. But because I have 3 of them. I have 3 of the lens mods. Or we'll do 1 and give 2 away.
You Jesus.
What up, Tucker? How you been, man? Yeah, so I'm very interested in that.
Still likely better than the V1 though, Emperor.
He might not have tried the V1, but I mean, I'm just going to go ahead and say, yeah, definitely better than version 1. But if he's saying it's not worth it. But here's the thing. I don't feel limited by the FOV of the 04 Lite. I just don't.
Tucker and at RJ Cereals.
I have no problem doing what I need to do. I just don't. So having
Bruce.
I don't want to go on this rant for too long, but we talked about this over the past 2 streams. So the problem with increasing FOV becomes barrel distortion. If you can increase FOV and not have a marked increase in barrel distortion, thumbs up. If you have a big increase in barrel distortion and you get that fisheye look, for me, it completely fucks up the way I fly, and I am not interested. I'm going to go back to this every time. If you watch the VOD, watch me fly 04 lights without any lens mods, I feel objectively, it's like flying with your real eyes. If you have a really keen eye, you can sense some distortion at the edges. It's 107 degree FOV with not a $1 billion aspheric lens, you know, and whatever else they're doing in there to make it, to correct the barrel distortion.
DJI plug.
So you can see, yeah, sort of. So when you do, especially if you do flips, if you really look closely in my VODs, you can see the distortion at the very edges, but it's so little, it's so spread out and it's so thin at the edges that it does not fuck with your flight style. It does not fuck with your perception. So, and it's not an analog versus digital thing, but it just so happens to be that digital drones have higher quality lenses. And I think it's a cost thing.
I'll share everything in a video for you guys. I never tried the V1, but I reckon it's better because there is no lens in view like the V1.
Yeah, and I think I think you're 100% right, and it's just logical. You know, it's definitely better than the V1. I would stake anything on that with just on logic alone. But yeah, so the barrel distortion is interesting to me, but and it's a cost thing. It's just where the market went, not a limitation of analog. You know, but I don't want to fly with a distorted view. And I'm telling you guys, anybody who watches this after the fact, anybody who's watching this now, please fly with a digital lens and pay attention to the distortion. We've gone back to a bunch of times. I'll show you my analog flights versus my digital flights, where it especially distorts, especially during certain kinds of movements where you're accelerating instead of moving linearly. Like this would be a linear movement. That's an accelerated movement. You know, it's exponential. Accelerated movements are going to exaggerate. I feel like they're almost going to cancel I'm speaking figuratively, but it's going to even out the distortion. If you move linearly, you're going to see it more. And with my rates, as you guys notice, and because we don't have a lot of throw with this particular drone, you'll notice a lot of my movement is linear. I don't use expo. So we're gonna talk about that, and it all come together because we're gonna look at the Deep Space 3. We're gonna watch Patrick Watkins' video. I'm gonna show you also how the weight of that drone and his rates are different from how I fly, and the difference between linearity and acceleration.
Kind of related to this.
What will you do with the Secret 3 when you get to that kind of... Yeah. Ask away. Meanwhile, let me update my... There. And I don't want to... Okay, so I want to make sure I go in order. We will pull up the Deep Space 3. I keep wanting to say Deep Seek because I'm thinking AI. Let's go to the Patrick Watkins video first, is what we're going to do.
Wondering if you'd consider taking the Pro out and put a light in, saving the weight.
I'd have to fly it. The reason why I would not necessarily do that is because, okay, so remember, I think an avenue that we're going to pursue is we're probably going to do both. I'm going to go up in size, where we're going to fly a drone around this size. And really, it's probably just this one. I'll fly this one on 4S. because this Secret 3 is going to be on 4S, and I have 4S 650s, so I don't. So we're even keeping it lighter than you would be with the 750s, and you said that the Secret 3 is under 250, but we got to look at all that. But I would just fly this at that point because this is if not more capable than the Secret 3. I'm telling you, this design is incredible. I love the way this feels. It feels so good. And with no tuning. And I have the free PIDs for this. The creator gave me the PIDs for free. So we will eventually use the PID tunes on this. But
the distortion is not bad. A lot better than the Nano 4. The issue I find is with gyroflow, and there is a strange warp in the lens if you use Rocksteady or gyroflow.
Yep, it's because it's used to their better quality lenses. I guarantee if you're using Rocksteady. But wait, you said it's gyroflow? You said, or gyroflow. Okay. Huh. That's weird. It seems like it shouldn't be like that I don't know. I don't know enough of how Rocksteady works.
My new 3.5 build last night weighs 122 grams with 1605 3650 lol. I'll post to Discord later.
Jesus Christ, that's
under
fucking...
250 with those sub 200.
I remember you, I think you started, dude, that's insanely
that's
light.
Unicorn.
That's ridiculously light. Holy fuck. 1605?
Stabilized footage looks like it's playing on a sheet of cloth blowing in the wind.
Under 250 with those sub 250 bats, which are 49G. I think that's maybe a unicorn. Okay.
That's Killer Tucker.
Maybe. Yeah, Tucker, that's... Jesus Christ. Yeah, we got to see that. Please post that. Stabilized footage looks like it's playing on a sheet of cloth. That's so weird, Emperor. Yeah, put a pic so we can look at it. And also, I always like to plug the Discord. Please join our Discord, guys, and don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube. Follow on Twitch, please. Join the Discord here. All right, let's see. Yeah, let me know when that's posted, Tucker. We got to. I mean, that's the other thing. Maybe we go, Tucker. Maybe we do your build for the stream. Maybe that we. Well, no, I do want throw. I don't know. It's hard, but I want to get. I want to get my thoughts in a row. We're gonna look at the Deep Space 3 in a second. But I do want to finish this line of thought, and then we're going to move on to that because it all relates. This all bleeds together. But this is a 3, and I do have 4S batteries. I just need motors that have a higher KV because these motors are for 6S, and this is too heavy on 6S and insanely powerful on 6S. This needs to be flown like in a more wide open space, not live on stream. So, but. If we can fly the 250G version of this, I think that's kind of acceptable. It's still a little risky in terms of what we could do around here. I would still probably fly it a little conservatively because it is not the lightest thing. But there are lighter. There's a lighter 4-inch version of this, so I got to play with it. But the thinking with this is before we move on to talking about the Deep Space 3, is that these motors aren't really powerful enough for me. So if we scale down the size of the drone and keep the stack and motors and everything, it's going to kind of like the weight is going to be near the same. But because it'll be a little bit lighter, it'll be a little more, well, no, that's the thing. We just need to go up and I think we need to go down in size and up in motors because we need to shrink the property. So we need to go up to like 1304s or something. So we go to 1304s and we go to 1.8 inch.
Is kind of a dead
I think that's what I need to do.
Might not be your preference either.
Yeah, I don't love dead cat, but it looks pretty capable. So let's watch Patrick's video real quick. And then I also do want to talk about how my flights, some of what I do is linear. Like if you see me do like a regular roll without me doing the snap thing, because I don't have Expo, and I'm pretty sure he does. And He can do some, and because he has more, like, he flies heavier drones, there's just some, he can, like, roll it in a way that it, like, throw rolls it, where it keeps kind of rolling on its, you know, based on its inertia and momentum. So let's just watch a minute of it.
Just see what extras you get in
Let
the
me
box
pause the music.
itself, just so I've covered all bases.
Nick Burns also has a good review of the Seeker.
Okay, we'll have to check that too. But I like how Patrick flies.
Feels smooth. Hell yeah, plenty of power. This feels really nice actually.
He does a wall ride here, then he does a reverse.
Like 0 vibrations.
I think. Okay.
Yeah.
It's more apparent when he flies his 5-inch, but watch when he does this roll.
Like 0 vibrations.
So I know that's not just a roll, but and this is a little bit lighter of a drone, but he can, when he throws the roll, it kind of keeps rotating, and he kind of like stops it because he throws it so hard. I can't do that with this guy. It's just there's not enough weight to, you know, to be able to do that.
Yeah,
And you see him do that a lot. We'll have to watch a couple of Patrick's clips.
See if we can do a trippy.
But if you look at the size...
Effortless.
Okay, hold on. See, okay, so here's a little bit my point, though. You guys know the size of where my property that I'm flying right now. Look how much room he has. This is only a 3-inch. Watch.
Yeah, this is freaking sick,
He's
man.
using the room to, like, really throw it around and do stuff. We don't have that room, which is why I thought for the stream 2.5-inch was so good, but I just think the motors aren't doing it for me anymore. So I don't know.
Oh, not bad. Definitely improved that one. Yeah, plenty of recovery. Oh my god, the agility is freaking sick.
So it has good recovery.
Oh my god, it handles so freaking nice.
Right there. That's what I'm talking about. Watch. So this drone is powerful enough to have that throw. Obviously, the UFO drone is going to be able to do that too, especially on 6S. But watch that. Watch this. Watch this roll. Because a roll, all you have to do is you just go like that. Everybody knows that. It's just a roll. It's nothing. It's literally just part of how you fly. So it's not a trick. But he flicks a roll because he's flying drones that have enough weight to be able to do that.
Oh god, it handles so freaking nice.
See how it... You saw it goes fast, fast, fast,
Posted
and
it.
you see it slowing down. Watch it slow down at the end.
Oh god, it handles so freaking nice.
See? Okay, this is
Love
my
this
point.
guy's flying.
Oh yeah, Patrick Tucker. This is nothing. You can watch his clips. Like he's just doing a
So punches the throttle, kills it, and rolls.
yeah, but I do that on stream. And it just doesn't carry. Well, I'll have to show you guys tomorrow. I'll charge more packs and fly tomorrow, and I'll show you. Like, it just doesn't carry the same because it doesn't have the weight. And that's the thing. Like, there's a mix. That's why 5-inch has always kind of been the pinnacle, because the laws of physics are the laws of physics. Unfortunately, we can't have, like, miniaturized spaces. But like I said, so, like, the thought is, while we can't, like, sandbox physics and put it in a smaller space, maybe we shrink this down to a smaller footprint in such a way that makes the property feel larger, which if we fly a tiny whoop around the property, it's very apparent that the property now becomes larger, right?
That inertia.
Yeah. So there's a mix for while we're here and I'm flying here in this place and we're not doing live streams elsewhere like I would prefer to be doing, There is probably an ideal mix where the property feels big and we have throw. Right, even with a tiny whoop, you can do all these maneuvers, but it's harder. And Ciotti is an expert. And if you watch his stuff, he says this from time to time. He's like, the lighter you get, you can manage, but it's just not the same. You can do insane stuff with tiny whoops, so it's not an excuse. You can do flicky, juicy stuff if you want to, but it's still not going to last for as long. It's not going to look the same because you just don't have the weight. They're super high kV motors, lower in torque, ultra lightweight, where everything is 17 grams
weight,
now.
Durability, but not all three.
Fucking bingo. But I still, so I have to decide whether or not we just simply go up in motor size to like 1300s. That's probably, but I will say even this with the 1203s scales the property so quickly that I would like to shrink it down to make the property feel larger, yet still have more thrust and throwability. I just don't think we can achieve that. But I really also don't see people playing around with like, what if we did like a 1.8 inch
I just posted
with 1304s.
It's gone fly like a 5 inch.
You know what I mean?
Like a G wink.
I think like it. I think
maybe you just didn't find the perfect balance with your build yet.
Yeah, and I think that is it. But I think the only way we can go down in prop size and frame size and yet keep the throwability there is by beefing up the motors, because then, well, we're still kind of condensing the weight. I mean, all we're losing is the arms, which is hardly any weight. So we are just kind of making it heavier by going smaller and less thrust because the props aren't going to be as large and they're going to be less efficient. But like I said, that is also going to kind of make it feel a little more hefty. And I'll say, if you go watch my VODs with the 2-inch flights, it did kind of have that throw, whereas this just feels like it, I don't know. I'm trying to calibrate I have fucking hair in my mouth. I'm trying to calibrate it in my mind. But let's take a look. Tucker, did you post that yet? I just posted 3, gonna fly like, I don't see it. Oh, okay, I see it in twirlycopters. All right, this is Tucker's 3.5, 140, it's still, 143 grams is light. Okay, hold on. Let me okay, 16, what are the motors? 1605?
By the way, Nick Burns' yard is similar size maybe.
Yeah, but he doesn't have like a front. His yard's a little smaller than mine. And if we're talking the whole thing that I fly, it's smaller for sure, because I fly the front and back end sides. I have a double lot too.
Try flying without the pause under the motors and compare the feeling.
Huh. Well, that would lighten it though. That would give it less throw, wouldn't it? It would give it more power though. So interesting. It's an interesting thought. Jesus Christ. I mean, those are big motors for... Holy shit, dude. What frame is that? Oh, dude. Oh, wait, what is this? Is that an AIO? Tucker, what AIO is that? Is it a Goku?
It'll be a glass cannon.
Can you tell me what that is? That an HD0 or a Goku?
It's the Angel 35 HD.
What is that? Do you think that's going to be...
GN.
Okay, let's look that up. I've never heard of this before. What? Oh, deep space was still there. Oh, no, the flight, the flight controller.
Pix, killer build.
The flight controller is what, yeah, this build is sick. Oh, here we go. 35 frame. Okay, okay. I knew it was a Goku. I could tell by that white PCB. Dude, I just don't want you to fry this. Oh my god. Gotta type in flight controller. I'm typing with one hand, it's annoying. It's a 45 amp.
It's good K already tested the motors, camera, and got it bound.
Do you think 45 amps is enough? Those are big motors. But yeah, I guess it should be. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, the Goku F405 I was using AIO was hilariously underpowered, and that's why we set two of them on fire.
This was fly high recommend yes for full Grindrino builds.
Okay, so fly. Okay, see, he knows his shit. I just want to make sure you don't fucking cook this thing. I don't know why, but here, let me show. I just was lazy and did no research, but let me show you what. Fuck, where's the fucking antenna, camera, electronics? There we go. I was lazy and should have done my research, but was this it? Hold on. Here it is. Okay. I was flying the 1202.5.
Yeah, good looking out. Yeah, it's 45A, so I'd have to hit 188 draw to cook it.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
happening?
You're good. You're fine. I see this and I think fire now. Honestly, that's the first thing that popped in my head. But I was flying 2S on this, which it's rated for, with the 1202.5s, and we fucking cooked the ESCs twice. Straight up set the motherfucker on fire. I still have them over there to show on stream. Here, let me grab them. I think I don't know if I have both. I might have one.
Rip.
It's just irrationally. I was like, I saw the Goku thing, and I think, you're gonna fry? I didn't even really think.
I've got the Goku F722 Pro Mini V245 AEM3220X20 in my Volador 3.5 Tucker.
I fried these on 2S with motors rated for 2S. And and we call this the 04 God unit because we're still using the 04 light unit that was in both of these fires, and it got melted and it's still fucking flying. That's what we fly with to this day. I'm so impressed with that. In the time that everybody said these things were fragile and we're gonna fucking disintegrate, I'm still using the one that was in 2 fires. I mean, and they were bad. Like, this one was a really bad fire. I mean, fucking look at that. It still smells. It still fucking smells like it.
Amazing that thing lives on.
Yeah.
Damen and fried.
It is. It's fucking awesome. Hold on a second. Yeah, Tucker, that build's crazy. I'm excited to see how that flies. Freaking sweatshirt. Big
Turkish
Lebowski.
build is a tiny beast, man. Please share some videos when you start flying it.
Yeah, I like. It's so light, dude. But that's without a battery, right? I mean, you know. Like I said,
Dude, today or tomorrow I'll have the camera holder and can maiden it.
yeah, we gotta. I'm very curious how that flies.
Ugh, I feel like such an idiot that I destroyed it.
The camera holder? What do you mean? Oh yeah, I do want to go to the website.
It's right under 250 grams W850 pack.
Wow. 850, holy fuck. See, that's the thing, you're
Sweet.
it's going to have crazy throw because now the weight's getting back up there with a pack and you're going to have better flight. It's really a smart build. That's a very smart build. Yeah, honestly, it's kind of I wonder how strong, like, Bruce is calling it a glass cannon build. He's probably right about
to make
that.
A 19mm cam fit into 14mm holder LMAO. Now I have a 14mm cam but no holder, and there's no 3D print available.
No.
Ha ha ha,
That's so annoying,
even
isn't
has
it?
dreadlocks now.
I know. It does. I want to put that on a little plaque. It's just my stupidity.
No, he said that lol. It's a great build, it just will be dead on first crash lol.
Don't crash it. But yeah, I think it's a very smart build. I think you chose wisely because it's going to have a ton of power. It's going to have great flight time. You're making up for the throw a bit, like the fling is going to come with the battery. So I think that's a very smart build.
Don't crush it then. Exactly, don't plan on crashing, haha.
Yeah, no
Thanks, dude.
crash. No crash bad. All right, let's check out the deep space. $10 coupon. What is with this? Do I have this scaled wrong? No, 100%. Deep space. Let's just go here because I already hate how this website works. Deep Space Rock 4. Seeker 3.5. What's the difference between the ROC and the Seeker 3? Seeker 5. So they have a 5-inch. Okay, and so I'm assuming... Excuse me? I can't buy it? Oh, okay. Oh, here we go. The option. I was like, it's $179 with an 04 Pro. That doesn't make any sense. Let's just kit it out with the GPS. 480. Okay, that's about right. That's about right. So where are the fucking specs for this? I like specs to be up top. This frame doesn't, like, the arms aren't all that thick.
How thick are the arms on this thing? I
I just said that. We said the same fucking thing. Good timing. Here's the specs. Why don't we just go to the frame? Because they have frames. We'll go to the Seeker 3. And let's go down to the specs.
These deep space builds are fucking nice. I can't
They're
wait
very
until I
nice.
see MJ fly a 7-inch out of that window.
That'd be fucking amazing.
3mm, I think.
Just like, I just cut down the neighbor's trees. I mean, 3 for... This thing is gonna almost a glass cannon build. Look at that. To be honest, this is gonna break just like Tucker's. Arm 3.5. I don't know, man. I mean, like, people are flying 5-inch with fucking 7mm arms now. I don't know if 3.5 is good enough for me. I mean, I'm not even doing crazy shit, but I just don't, you know, the reason why I would want to overbuild is like we want to keep flying. Like I'm trying to fly for people. And
My buddy broke a shit
I,
ton
you know,
of
I
space
hit a
5
tree or
inches
something and
arms
it's
recently.
fucked. Then
That
we're
looks like
the
3
stream is
millimeters
screwed.
thick.
It's 3.5.
That'll break their shore.
Your buddy broke Deep Space 5-inch arms. Yeah. So, I mean, Tucker's build is
I worried about that before. buying
arguably,
it,
it's
but
just
Reddit
more
folks said
powerful
it was
than this.
sturdy.
No, I believe that it's a well-engineered frame and that it's sturdy, but it's not a basher, which is fine. I mean, who does, like, most people don't bando bash. I just want something bando basher grade because I want to be able to, if we whack into a tree, I want to be able to keep flying and having fun on stream and not have to, like, you know, mine need to be overbuilt. Because we've broken several frames on stream. 2 Gep RC Phantoms, an Alpha Cub, 2 Alpha Cubs. So that's 4 plus any of the tiny boot frames. I've broken a million of those fucking things. So we've broken like 4 2 and 2.5 inch frames on stream. So I'm assuming these are going to be 5 millimeter, 4 to 5. Arm, 5. I was right. So these are 5.
I swear you broke that Jag frame like 3 times in one stream.
Yeah, okay, so here's the thing with the Gep RC frame. We broke it. The carbon fiber was so, it's a really bad frame. The Phantom is a great design, but it is a toothpick build through and through that you're not even meant to like land in the grass with. What the problem was, I had
That's why
I bent one of the
Anything
feet
above 80 grams for
so
me is a
that the
no-no.
motor was off kilter the whole time and you couldn't quite tell, so I'd have to like bend it back and so, you know, it was broken the whole time, basically. The Gep RC frame was weak as fuck. That's why I avoid heavy builds. Anything above 80 grams for me is a no-no. Yeah, I mean, you definitely, that's, you know, and this is 127 grams or 119, maybe 119. The other one's 100. Yeah, the analog one's 127. Where is that little guy? Hold on a second. There we go. This guy's like 127, I think. Or is it 134? I can't remember. I have a shitty scale that like is in ounces and it's not even accurate. And I just need a new scale. I do need to buy a scale. But this is the analog build. That I had fun doing this, but even the Gep or the Runcam Nano 4 is way better in terms of barrel distortion than the Foxy or Toothless. But I don't like flying with barrel distortion. I think what it all boils down to is I don't like analog cameras. I like the analog look. I do not like the cameras, and nobody has built a proper lens that is adjusts for distortion like DJI or any of the other digital alternatives. I don't know why that is. I really don't. I'd have to do some deep research on that with AI and then maybe look into it and figure out, you know, what's the deal with that. Like I said, I think it's just where the market went. It's not it has nothing to do with it being analog.
Lol, I love fisheye.
Yeah,
Look at that pattern on the 04 build next to the fresh build.
I know. Yeah, Tucker, I've flown so much digital that it fucks me up.
I ordered a modded lens for County 3U, would hate it even more.
For the CO3, yes. I mean, first of all, I'm not in a good position to crash because there's snow and this one's not conformal coated at all. This has some, but every time we crashed, it didn't work. So essentially, both of these are not conformal coated. And so I need to. That's why I said we will fly this in the spring. But I really think I need to throw on like bigger motors and do 3S or something because this VTX is awesome, but it sucks a lot of power because we need 800 milliwatts to be able to fly low in the backyard. And when I've flown on 400 and you can't do it, it does not work. We cut out and it goes dark and then I crash. So it's kind of depressing, but yeah, I think this is an awesome build. It's just not great for 2S, for what we need. I think, you know, you bump this down to 400 milliwatts, even 200, incredible. But I can't do that for you guys because we're not gonna be able to see. So, yeah. I think you know, no matter, even if I go practice, even if I really like, I think I'm in a pretty good pilot, but no matter how much I improve, I don't think I'm ever really going to be comfortable even with this on 4S because it's so powerful. It scales the property so quickly that, like, we need to go back. I really want to go back to this video. Let me pause the music to hit, so this hits home. Remember, this is a 3-inch build, and look at the size, look at the area he's flying in. And yeah, this is an area that he
to fly the bigger quad for sure, bro.
Yeah, and this is an area he flies in regularly, so he could pick a smaller area. But my point is, watch him fly this 3-inch in this large area. This is 5 times the size of my I mean, if we're talking the whole complex, it's fucking 40 times the size of my property. But I'm saying just even this little square space where he flies is fucking 5 of my properties. 2 1,000, 3 1,000, 4 1,000, 5 1,000, 6 1,000, 7. Like he's at the other side in 6 seconds. You know what I mean? And it's not like he was full throttle.
Hell yeah, plenty of power.
See how big this is? That's like 3 of my properties right here. My property is very long.
Cause it is a bit smaller, though he may not fly as aggressive.
Yeah, let's actually watch Patrick fly a little bit more, and then
Yeah, my 3.5 inches Grindinos eat up the 500 by 1,000 feet field across the street from my house. I feel like if I build a 5 inches, I'll need a bigger area.
Seriously, like the Grinderino with like in your motors, the motors I have in my Grinderino or I think even more powerful than yours, and yours eats that fucking huge ass field up. So it's just we're a little constrained here. But let's check this in I think you're right. By the way, this is the worst rap I've ever heard in my life.
Yours
Whoever
are
this
even
is
spicier,
terrible.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think we need to play. You can't really hear the drone sounds, and this is like the lyrics of this song. Like a fuck. It's clearly, it sounds like just like.
This must be copyright free.
It's got to be, but it's like, it sounds like there's nothing wrong to me with white rappers. It doesn't matter what color you are when you rap, but when you're a white rapper that sounds like you're from the suburbs and you're talking about Tech Nines and shorties and shit, that's like appropriation. That's fucking stupid. Like you can be any color and be a rapper, but be a genuine thing, and the fucking lyrics in this are embarrassing because it sounds like a fucking white boy. He doesn't live that life, dude. That's what like rappers who aren't themselves make me cringe. Like, just be yourself. Like, you know, ugh. And I grew up with old school hip hop, so I'm like weirdly prejudiced against like white rappers in a way. But it's really not, but it's you guys know me. It's not about skin color. It's just that a lot of white rappers appropriate the culture in such a way that they're trying to sell it like that's their lifestyle, and it's bullshit. You know, there's plenty of white rappers that are just rapping about their life experiences, and that's the way it should be. Like, so you can you can work with the culture without appropriating it. Like, an example would be if I'm rapping and I'm talking about fucking Tech Nines and shit, dude, I live in the burbs. Like, that's douchey. That's douchebag shit. So let's listen to lyrics. Here, you'll hear what I'm talking about.
Most of the old rappers weren't living the thug lives they sang about either.
No, that's true too. Even Mobb Deep. I know. But it's not even that so much. They were in the culture though. So they've always gotten a pass from me for that. And then trust me, I know all about it.
Oh my god.
Oh, and Vlad, there was an interview. I forgot who was talking about it. But it was a Vlad interview, but it's across cultural lines. Like I said, it doesn't matter what color you are. Don't rap about shit that isn't your fucking life experience, unless you're telling a story. Like that's, like, oh, here's something I learned about somebody. That's different. But like, don't fucking pretend like you're something that you're not. It doesn't matter what fucking color you are. But God, it's cringy. And the first place that I saw that was white rappers, like being like, dude, you fucking grew up in like Idaho in the suburbs and you live in a $500,000 house and you're talking about shit that you don't know anything about. Like, and a lot of those guys are gone, which is good. Yeah. God, the lyrics to this hurt though. Dude, I can't, dude. I'm finna turn up. Like, that's not your fucking culture, bro. Taking shots like a Tech 9. So I'm gonna go ahead and play my music. Because
he's so glob damn smooth.
He's so fucking good. We'll play this song. This is a good one. I can't listen to that fucking garbage. Holy fuck. That's embarrassing. And it's probably AI, which makes it even worse.
Play some actual Tech 9 and show him what's up.
Exactly. Dude, like, Aesop Rock is a fucking phenomenal white rapper who is true to who he is. Fucking amazing. So like I said, it's not about color, but like just I grew up listening to underground hip hop, and like I am kind of like I do have a little prejudice against like, but it's mainly against insincere, disingenuous white rappers. Yeah, I love, like, Patrick's a good dude. He seems like just such a nice guy. Such a skilled pilot. He's very positive. He definitely likes to prop up the community. So I like what he does. Oh, I knew he was going to hit that right there. All right, now we're going to check the Nick Burns, because Bruce is 100% right. If depending how Nick is flying around his yard, I mean, but like I said, we have a 3-inch. It's right here.
Post Malone raps like that too.
Like what? I don't know anything about Post Malone, really, to be honest. Like douchey rap or good rap?
Lyrics from Rockstar.
Like, yeah, but I still don't know what you're talking about. Like, is he rapping like genuine, or is he rapping like cringe? Oh, this was 5 months ago. I watched this. Is this what you're talking about? Is this what you're talking about, Bruce? Okay, now I can pause the music because I actually want, you know.
Space Seeker 3.
And
This
show
little
up,
quad has
man.
got
Then the shot is
something
when my
kinda for
homies
everyone.
pull up on your block. They make the thing go gra ta 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 pow 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 ayy
Oh,
ayy.
fuck. Yeah, but is he joking? Like, is he being ironic? Like that's fine too. Like, it's fine. It just depends on how you use it. Like, he's not, you know, because I mean, if he's being sincere, he's got to be being ironic. He seems like that kind of guy. Because if that's sincere, that is cringy.
Long
Okay,
range, long flights, GPS rescue 04. If you start off with my preferred flight style, which you could call kind of more racing.
Isn't he also a
leaning,
country
but
star
there's
now?
some freestyle
I don't think he
maneuvers.
lived the country life either.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's the problem with commercial
in there as
bullshit.
Well. And I am going
you just kind of go with the flow. But country star,
take
yuck.
off without waiting
Ugh.
for the
Ugh.
satellite. And now each first battery that
Sorry,
I put
guys.
out, I noticed it took somewhere between
If you like
4
country,
and 4.5
that's great.
minutes to hit
I'm just gonna
satellites.
let
I
you know
will
my
cover the
that I
satellite
personally
portion
think
here
it's
as we
gross.
go in, although I don't
Like old school, like Hank Williams is kind of cool, but country pop, oh, it hurts. Oh, my beer, and my truck, and my fucking barbecue. Oh, fuck off with that shit.
demonstrate the GPS rescue.
Like Johnny
working
Cash,
on
cool.
the beta
Fucking
flight doing what it's supposed to do, and that working
achy
normally,
breaky
because
heart, fuck
obviously
you,
I
or,
don't
you
fly
know, like,
far
but
out. I'm a micro guy, but this one is surprisingly capable of all sorts
I
of
just did a
different
fly
flight
in the snow
styles
with
and
my new
flight
motor fuel
maneuvers.
hella big.
Because for a 3-incher, it can not only be used as a filming drone, and if that's something that you like to do, because the props, as you can see, are out of view,
Glenn
as
Campbell.
well as the ability to cut through wind. A lot of times with our cinema.
Bruce, this does seem very manageable, but then again,
Wichita lineman.
I just did a fly in the snow with my new motor. Oh, sick, man. What are your motors, though? Glenn Campbell, Wichita lineman. Wait, what are we talking about? My context window disappeared. Remember, I'm like a shitty AI Bruce with my ADHD. This does seem.
I flight Zing 2 1885 kV. Good country.
Oh, sick. Those are good motors, right? The Zings are sweet motors. Oh, Glenn Campbell, Wichita lineman. Yeah, it exists, but country pop is what I reject. Like, and that doesn't mean if a country song becomes popular. It means specifically the corporate schlock ABC country pop that every fucking melody sounds the same, and it's very I can't even. It hurts. It hurts to talk about it. I need to move on. I need to move on. Yeah, there's good. I mean, bluegrass is incredible music, but that's not country. It's bluegrass. And I'll tell you, a bluegrass
When it's
musician.
all recorded at the same studios in Nashville.
Yeah, I mean, that's inevitable. I'll tell you an incredible bluegrass artist, Chris Thiele. We'll just watch a little thing on Rick Beato
Everyone
clip.
knows this. The way that you finger something can be an expressive decision, not purely just.
We're gonna watch.
getting
This
the
is
notes
only
out.
like
Yeah.
60
There's
seconds,
the-
guys. He's playing Bach, but not.
Right? Normal first
I just
position
watched this
rendering of
interview.
this. We can
It's
actually
sick.
start building notes upon
Chris
notes.
Thiele is
If our
incredible.
left hand can hold
He's also just an awesome human being, and he is a fucking genius.
the
Dude
strings
has some
down.
chops.
It's yeah, for sure. I know what you mean by that, but he has way more than chops. He has
Beato is
chops
also
too.
a good dude.
Yeah, Beato's awesome.
So again, beautiful. And then there's
It's such a good interview. Chris Thiele's fucking
do
incredible.
not allow yourself to use these two.
Yeah.
I wish I could. I should just later we'll have to go to one of his songs,
Do
but
not allow yourself to.
anyway.
Everyone knows.
Chris Thiele's incredible. So yeah, bluegrass. There's all kinds.
Tuned like a violin in fifths.
Incredible. There's I'm very eclectic in terms of genres I enjoy, but pop music and music that's popular are there's crossover, but I generally try to separate them. Like, I don't give a shit what you say. Coldplay's first 2 albums were incredible, and they are popular. But those albums were not pop music. The lyrics were incredible. The arrangements and I mean, were incredible. The songs were unique. You know, Parachutes and The Scientist, legendary, and they're popular. And you could say that they now belong, that band belongs in the pop music genre, but, you know.
Milo Xyloto was pop, though.
Right. And that's why I said Parachutes and The Scientist.
Coldplay hate gets to me. Same as Creed and Nickelback.
Anything after those I don't like. At all. I don't listen to.
That's when he made the transition.
Yep, exactly. But Parachutes and The Scientist, I don't know. I mean, I'm just... It doesn't bother me, Bruce, because if you're anybody who tells me that Parachutes and The Scientist aren't incredible, legendary, best of top tier albums, their opinion is worthless. They're incredible. Like they brought something new to the table with a lot of feeling, a lot of meaning, and you know, and they became worldwide as a result. And then everything after that, I just don't listen to. And that's fine. So I'm, holy shit, I'm like sweating. Now that we, you know, with the window closed in this warm ass frickin', you know, it's got this fuzzy interior shit. Insulation. It's fiberglass insulation. I like to wear fiberglass insulation clothes.
I'm still studying, learning Beatles progressions, melodies after all these years. So good.
Legendary as well. You know, and they made pop music, but their sensibilities weren't, I would say their sensibilities started out pop, got more mature as they went on, which is kind of incredible. And there's remember I said there's crossover. They're sort of both, but they're also trailblazers, but they also, you know, not stole, but you know, everybody shares, and you know, it's some of the things that they brought to the table already existed, and they just popularized it. You know, it's just like science. Every new discovery is built on the shoulders of giants. So giants existed before the Beatles, and the Beatles built on that. But they still deserve their due credit as well.
Singularity.
What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So here's where I'm struggling a little bit. So these deep space motors.
They were.
Yeah. 100%. Wait, you seem lagged, Bruce. Your responses are coming in like, so I'm not sure what that's what you're talking about. Like I said, my brain's already past it. My context window disappeared. Let me look at the motors again. Where the fuck are the motors? Weight, receiver, wheelbase. Do we skim by it? It's got to be up here, right? Here we go. Okay. These are 1505s, but I want to know what the fucking KV is, goddammit. I guess we'll go to spare parts or motors. So they're Aether motors? Is that what they're using? So 1505, 4000 kV, 4S. Really? 4,000 kV. Oh, no, that makes sense. So because we're doing 1507 6S. Oh, yeah. I'm trying to reason because this seems really manageable.
This
As soon
one
as you
is
said I seem lag, my
surprisingly
browser starts
capable
buffering.
of all sorts of different flight styles. And
I'm
flight
hacking you.
maneuvers.
Oh my god.
For a
I don't know why this keeps happening with YouTube,
Kind
guys.
David was the best harpist. He played for King Saul and his demons fled.
Hold on.
Now you've got 2 kids.
What?
portion
How did
here
that
as
happen?
We go in, although
I
don't.
fucking hate James Corden. Where? Okay, so let's watch another couple minutes, and here's what my struggle is.
Demonstrate the GPS rescue. I'm depending upon the beta flight doing what it's supposed to do and that working normally, because obviously I don't fly far out. I'm a micro guy, but this one is surprisingly capable of all sorts of different flight styles and flight maneuvers, because for a 3-incher, it can not only be used as a filming drone, if that's something that you like to do, because the props, as you can see, are out of view, as well as the ability to cut through wind. A lot of times with our Cinewhoops, our prop protected quads, they're more subject to wind and tolerances of that wind, and it causing your footage.
His backyard is wider than my backyard, but
sort of flying, or
the whole back and front yard,
this doesn't have that prop
I have more
protection,
room,
it's
and
gonna
then my
put
side
you
yard, my side
much,
yards
much
are like
better,
really long.
than its counterparts that are prop protected. Also, at under 250 grams, I think a lot of people who are interested
I
in
wonder
that
what
sort
props
of
they ship it
category may, be
Well, look-
interested
My wife
in
hates
this one
when I
as well,
sing Saw Her
because
Face by
as
the
I showed in
Monkees. Thought she was serious when
battery
she said I sucked,
specifications
but
with
then I
that
saw her
850
face.
milliamp flat pack, you do get under the 250 grams. I'm also just using a single antenna. That's just kind of how I mounted the 04 up. I pulled DJI antennas out of my bag. It happened to be the single antenna, so I just went with it. And during this flight, we're going to see quite a few punch outs. As far as handling goes, I thought it handled pretty well. I thought it tracked pretty well.
I mean, this seems pretty manageable. Fucking, I haven't heard that song in so long. When I saw her face, I'm a believer. Da 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 da. I used to love the Monkees actually when I was a kid. They had a TV show I watched. It does, but here's the thing. We have a 3-inch that we flew on 4S. These motors are underpowered because we need a higher KV for these are for 6S. 4S underpowers these motors, but we can just trade out the motors, and I mean this is going to be about the same weight. I think it's going to be maybe 10 grams more. They say under 250.
4,000 kV dam.
Yeah, these are 4,000 kV. They say under 250, but what does that mean? Like, how far under 250? Like, usually Nick weighs shit. Let me see if we can scrub through and see it on the scale. Maybe it's in the beginning.
Rubber in there for vibration dampening. It also comes with mounting for an 03 FPV. You can
Oh, there we go.
Had 3 of each battery.
Okay, Nick always does this. Thank you, Nick. He's so reliable. So we got 177.55 grams without the battery. This scale sucks, but let's do it. Hold on a second.
The Seeker 3 rips hard, bro. Nick Burns just makes this look CZ. You've seen him rip in his house, right?
Where did I put the plug?
You can drop the GPS and go from 04 Pro to light for heavier batteries and still be under 250 easy.
It's over here for no reason. But let's weigh it. This is a bad scale. It's so who knows if it's off by like 10%.
I think it's just barely over, maybe 260 grams with the heavier 4S.
All right, and it's in and you can't switch it to grams. Okay. .6 ounces. I could just ask Toots. 187. So we're I literally said 10 grams heavier. So we're only talking 10 grams heavier. If this is accurate. I don't know. So I already have a 3-inch that I can promise you will fly better than the deep space. So maybe we just buy the fucking higher KV motors and I rebuild it and we call it a day. I think that's what we'll do.
Fly much different.
I mean they're gonna fly about the same, but I just think I think these things fly incredible. But like I said, we had this on 6S and we had this on 4S. 4S wasn't enough to really power these motors, but it still kind of scaled the property pretty quickly. These are 4 to 6S, so, but it just felt sluggish. So even though it's manageable, you know, it's a lot of drone for a small, you know, for this play. I'm not saying we won't do it. And I think it's doable and I think I'll grow into it just fine. But I'm definitely taking issue with the power of this guy, and we either need to up the motor size or shrink it so it makes the property feel larger. I do have the Beta FPV Champion 70, like Air 275, whatever it's called, coming in. I gotta check shop, which that's really gonna make the property feel big, and it's gonna be terrible outside, but I bought it anyway. With the new Lava 2 batteries.
The air ring is just so fragile. Like, would you ever feel comfortable sending it under the deck?
Oh yeah, we did.
Tank.
We went under the deck.
I feel like the arms should have been a tad thicker, but what do I know?
Yeah, I mean, the arms for the deep space, yeah.
Oh, nice.
I agree.
I missed it.
Yeah. Go back to some of my early flights. We went under the deck. We did it one. It might not have been the first day. It might have been the second or third day we flew it. I think we did it. You know what? I think we did it when we finally moved to the 04 Lite. Maybe we'll scrub through that in a minute, actually. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's not that fragile. It's fragile, but it's not that fragile. I mean, if you like you did it in that like foaming PLA, yeah, that's gonna be fragile. But this shit's strong. I think like the crashes that we generally have with this guy, it's not gonna phase this. This is structurally really good. I think this weight is good. I think when we start getting in the, like, putting in the heavier 03 VTX and shit, you know.
Yeah, I haven't crashed my normal PLA one yet, but I'm skeptical.
Yeah, this is a bit stronger, with the PLA CF. It's, yeah, it's strong. I really don't want to crash it on purpose, but maybe
Nothing's sticking out.
Maybe we'll do that. I don't want to like break the camera, but and you can just print another one. I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know. I kind of think it's perfect. Let's put it this way. I think that
Nah, don't intentionally crash it. Just let it happen naturally.
I've always wanted to just smash one into a brick wall so badly.
Nah, don't do it.
I've always wanted to, it's happening one day. Well, one day we're going to fly into a brick wall at full speed because I want to do it. It's, and then I want to put explosives in it. I want it to just, that'd be so fun. Yeah.
Need a high-speed camera watching the wall.
Yes. I mean, if we were to go to that trouble, 100%. That'd be so awesome. That'd be so fun. I want to get like going 130 straight into a fucking, but I want it to be a concrete wall. I want it to be nice and flat and smooth. And just watch it just explode. Especially 3D printed would be awesome. Like this drone going into a brick wall because it's 3D printed would be so fun to watch it just explode into a billion pieces. I don't know, man. Like, if I whack that 3.5 millimeter arm against a tree with 1505 motors and I whack this, that arm is going to be fucked and this is just going to be cracked and we still have the rest of the ring and then I could just print another one.
A la Matrix.
And remember, I cracked the 3-inch version. I cracked it and it was so strong. I still have it. Let me get it. I think it's here somewhere. Where did I put it? I might have thrown it away. But I do think I still have it, but it cracked and it was still held everything together. I could have kept flying. It's so strong. It's such a well-engineered part. It's really strong. I mean, yeah, if I hit it with a hammer, it's going to break, but if I hit any of these with a hammer, they're going to break. They're going to delaminate, they're going to crack, the arm is going to deform even if it doesn't straight break off. But like, look how fucking strong that is. And I mean, it's a cylinder, but yeah, I don't know. I just love the fact that I can just keep printing them forever. And we have the aerofoil version. So when I think I might just buy these motors today. We'll put them in the aerofoil version. So I have the actual twisted version that's more aerodynamic.
What motors are you going with?
Same motors, higher KV. Because I love RC and power motors. I just think they're some of the highest quality. The windings on these 1507s are immaculate. They're so nice. I wish I could show you. I could probably take a prop off, but I don't want to. These things suck to remove. But I think we're just gonna go with the 1507s because they.
4,000 kV.
I think it's unfortunately only 3650.
You'll be able to throw that then. Yeah.
Yeah. It just because this is built for 6S. Remember, I don't know why the fuck. Like I just my brain is like I gotta go 6S. It was kind of like barbecue that I was looking at some of his builds. You know, barbecue, you're the reason why I like bought 4S batteries. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, why am I flying a fucking 6S? Fucking like, why? On a 3-inch? Why? I'll save that for 5-inch. What the fuck am I doing? Let's real quick. I'll show you.
I can respect it though.
I mean, it's fucking. I was like, oh, I need to take this somewhere else. It was fun as fuck. But for this place, I felt very I mean, I was nervous, but I was cautious. 1507s fit perfect, so I don't want to fuck with that. Oh my god, are they not on this here anymore? Oh, Smooks. So now they have 1507 plus M2. I might use that website that I bought these 1203s on because, dude, what the fuck is with my camera? I hate that my head's cut off. How did that? I just don't know why. Oh, the whole thing fucking fell, basically. That's why. That annoys me that it's been like that the whole time for like 10 streams because I just didn't do that. All right, it's taking 40 years to. Okay, let's click it again. Oh, we are there. Okay. Okay, so we bought the 5 to 6S so they don't go down to 4S. Wait. No, 26. No, we didn't buy the 2080s. So these are new. What I think I don't know what M2 system means. We'll have to read that. But I got to check my shop order and see if I ordered older ones. I think I got these from Race Day Quads or something. So we got these 4 to 6S. So I'm not insane for using 4S, but it felt underpowered. It didn't feel good. It didn't feel that fun, to be honest. We need these.
M2 means it's the 2 screw props vs M5.
Oh, that's what they meant? What the what? Yeah, well, these are M2s, so I guess this is the M2 system. I've never even, like... That's a weird way to put it. Who the fuck is using M5s for small motors like that? Anyway. Weird. And I think this is our only option. I mean, maybe if you guys have a better suggestion, but these are 3 to 4S, 3800 kV. We had 2680s, what we're on now, 4 to 6S. And I want to go to these. Huh, 2mm shaft
Looks
diameter?
good to me.
2mm shaft diameter. Dude, am I bugging out? I think I might have to take a prop off because I'm like, hold on, let me check my goddamn.
I think they mean internally, not the prop shaft.
Oh, okay. I was like, stator diameter, shaft diameter. But look how they look tiny though. And it looks like T-mount. Look, they look like T-mount motors. My brain hurts. We could solve this in like 2 seconds.
T-mount.
But mine aren't. Where did I buy these fucking Smooks motors?
They also make a 1507 with M5.
Huh. I want to see exactly. I think I might have to go to my email and go to Race Day Quads and see what the fuck I bought. Because I hate taking the props off these things. It hurts my hands so bad. Hold on a second. What account did I fucking... You know what? It's probably my old email address, too. So now I gotta look. Hold on.
But somebody has to get the message out.
No.
I'm looking at it from a phone, but does it take an M5?
Like, we're talking M2 mounting is what you guys mean, right? Because this, the shaft diameter is 5 millimeters. It means it's 100% 5 millimeters. Like, 100%. I mean, look, it's not T-mount. So, I don't know where that fucking order is. It's driving me nuts. But this is a 5 millimeter shaft, for sure, without a doubt.
Yeah, you have the M5 version for sure.
So they're talking about the prop, not the how it's mounted to the bottom.
Those fucking mounts, bro.
You don't like the 5 millimeter shaft? I actually think a T-mount. I don't understand.
They are so trash.
I was thinking about this the other day. I'm actually with you, Mabe. I don't understand this because you're gonna have a higher chance of desync. Now, I know if you crank down on them, they're gonna be really tight, but it's like.
No, the 5 millimeters is better.
Oh, you think the 5 millimeters is better? I don't like I think T-mount 2 millimeters is weak. 5 millimeters is gonna be more durable, but I think all props should be, even if they're a 5 millimeter shaft, I think they should be T-mount, because with just one mounting point, you're gonna have a higher chance of desync because it's just gonna spin on that one little. You know what I mean? It has nothing, no leverage anywhere else. So that's what I like. I like I screw in these motors. I don't use, because I don't want any desync. I want precision. So I don't think the shaft size is bad, but I mean, on these, it'd be too small. These are small motors, but on like a 5-inch.
The amount is for sure better for 3 inches IMO. Much more props to choose from.
That too. But in my opinion, the weight would be trivial. Like for a motor that's suited for a 5-inch drone with a 5 millimeter shaft, I would like to be able to have 2 points to screw down into, so there's never a chance for desync. Eventually, these are going to loosen, and I know you can fucking tighten on every flight and all that, but I don't know. I think the idea of this
will be so much easier to tighten on the aero ring.
That too. It's really hard to do these on the aero ring, but I just think this is better than a single point where you can get desync. Now 5 millimeter shafts, I think are superior for durability, obviously. So it's trade-offs. So when they say M2 system, they just meant literally an M2 prop mount. I thought when you were saying that, Barbecue, I thought you meant like M2 screws, and I was like, what? They're advertising that? Now I see. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't put that together. But anyway, so they did. They changed the system. You can still buy the old one, but they changed it probably. But like you said, this is probably better for a 3-inch drone. So I think we will. And like, but how do it still has the thread in the center though. So is it that the prop has little hooks that go in, and then you're still using the single nut? Because that's good too, but I prefer this. I would like to pop it on the shaft and then have 2 screws going on the sides and not one in the center, because I think this is going to be better for desync.
Wait, this isn't T-mount, is it?
It says M2 system, but
this is some new shit.
It has 2 holes in it though. See what I mean? Like right there and right there. So it looks like it's like does both. I don't get it, man. I assumed because the holes were there like they are in the 1203s. But you know what? There's only 2 instead of 4. On these 1203s, there's 4 potential places to put in these screws. So what the fuck is their system? Let's read it. Our company is expert in the design, production, and sales of model brushless motor. Yeah, I love... Oh, man. Yeah, who gives a fuck about your sales? Our products have received positive feedbacks and wide recognition from both domestic and overseas clients. Oh, man, M2 system. Loving it. Loving it. Give me that information. Okay, here's what they look like. Okay, barbecue. Am I fucking crazy? Does that prop look contradictory to that shaft? Oh, but they're little
What
nubs.
frame is that with the blue TPU?
This is the tooth grinder frame. Oh, barbecue. It's got little nubs. I didn't even see that. I'm blind, man. I don't. This is like halfway in between what I just complained. This is like those nubs should be taller. I like this solution though. Okay, so I take it back. I think they should add nubs onto 5mm shafts. And that's a fucking winner. So they should come up with an M5 system where you have a 5mm shaft. Who cares about the extra weight? And then you have these nubs. Obviously, they did this because these are small motors. So I'm saying I wish 5-inch would do that. I think the nubs are a great idea.
Bro, it's so hard to find props as is. Why do they have to make another mounting system?
Yeah, this does kind of make it painful. Yeah, I mean, so do you have to buy, like, where's the explanation? Like, they can't fit.
It looks like it would be backwards compatible with T-mount props, but you'd have to drill them out to 2mm.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. You'd have to drill, like, it's going to fit. The nubs are going to fit. But you're also weakening it because you're drilling that out and you're getting closer to those. You're weakening the prop. I'm very confused. So they invented a system for, I mean, the nubs don't look, I'm sorry. I thought I was on this, guys. My brain is so annoying. I thought I was on this. The nubs don't look long enough to me. Like I said, for desync, I would prefer 2 mounting points, but the nubs should be like 2mm taller. It's weird. I mean, I understand that if you're like you screw it down tight enough, those 2 mounting points are going to provide enough. I don't know how to say it. Not reinforcement, but I understand you don't need it to be a mile tall, but it just feels like they're really short. That's what we got to look that up. So let's look up RC and Power M2 system props. I think it's going to be like Barbecue said, where you have to fucking drill out the shaft, and God, that's so fucking annoying.
I just checked.
Oh, dude,
the only 2mm T-mount props they have are 30-20s.
And I don't like a 20-inch pitch, or I don't like a 2-inch pitch. I mean, I fucking fly 4 or 5-inch pitch. Because I don't give a fuck about flight time, really. We're just, you know. Dude, this was 4 years ago they came up with this?
This is a really, really cool thing. You and I ran across this when we were doing the new product roundup. We looked at these new RC and Power motors. Hang on a second. Wait, no, don't. I've already ruined it.
Yeah, we're looking at RC and Power's mount system that's been out for 2 years, I guess.
Kind of want to show this to the news and see if people can figure out what the F is going on here. So, at first I thought this is an M3 motor shaft, like Kebab is using.
Opened
And you said
YouTube
it
and
doesn't
went
look
full
like M3 to
ADHD
me.
though and forgot what I was doing. Luckily, your stream.
I hear that, brother.
And then, you know, we kind
That's
of looked
awesome.
into it a little more. And this motor, and then another motor, we were looking at the new GTS V3.
See, Bardwell's already hyped on this, and I'm telling you, it's just obvious that I think that mounting in 2 spots is smarter because then you're never going to chance desync. Like, yeah, you can screw your props down every time you fly, but, you know, the props are going to wear out. And this is just, it's just more security. This is a great idea. I don't know how the execution is. And the props thing is annoying. But I've always thought about desync with this tooth grinder frame and how I really prefer the way that these mount on this little guy.
Works fine on my Grindinos thus far.
Yeah. So that extra little bit of security, and I just think is nice. It's going to be finding.
Apparently, this is an M2 shaft, and then it's got
finding props
these little
is going to suck
for putting, like, poking your T-mount into the little nubs to hold your T-mount, and then you can screw a nut onto the top.
Right. So this is a mount. They call it the M2 mount, and RC and Power has.
So Barbecue, the only T-mount 2mm shaft is a 3020. That's so annoying. Yeah, they do. Here, let's actually look at. Here, we have a few. Hold on, let me get some. I have 3.5-inch props with T-mount adapters. The Gem Fan. This is before I think I knew what pitch I really like flying. Oh, cool, they disappeared even though... Oh, here they are. There we go. All right. These are 3.5s though, so they aren't going to work for the grinder or for the arrow ring, or the UFO drone as I call it.
Well, just oriented my first FC. That was EZ lol.
Yeah, I've had some annoying fucking issues with that in the past, but where I've had to fucking flip it and reverse it like the song. Yeah, but look at these. That's 1mm. So that have to be drilled out. And these actually, hold on.
It came default at -45. I tried 0 yaw than 45 and it fixed it, since I had to mount it diamond shape.
Yeah. I, for some reason, have had it upside down before. Like, I didn't mount it upside down. Like, I don't know what the fuck the deal was. Why is this not fitting in here?
Yup, use those on my Grinderino, they work well.
Okay, you little fucker. Get in here. Do I need to hit it in with a hammer? Okay. Well, I'm trying to align. I can't even align it, but I
don't think reliability would be compromised too much. I just don't want the additional hassle when normal T-mount props work fine.
Right. No, I'm with you. So God, I might not get these fucking RC and Power motors if all we can get is the M2 system, but they don't seem to advertise the M5. Like, so how old is that? Oh, here we go. I put it in from the bottom.
Try flipping both sides of the insert. I think they go only one way, so it's snug.
Yeah, they go in the bottom. That's smart. I got them in nice and flat. Okay, so... Oh, what am I doing? Oh, But you can see it, even though it's yellow.
Lol.
So, the problem is... these, you know, like, even if we got 3 inchers with a T-mount adapter, the nub size is going to be 1 millimeter instead of 2, and the shaft size is going to be 1 millimeter instead of 2. So we'd have to literally drill out the fucking centers, and they're so small that one wrong move and the prop would be fucked. So yeah, it's kind of annoying. I think that's 1 mil. No, maybe they're 2 at the bottom here. But the center is 100% 1. Yeah. I don't know. I guess I could experiment with it, but it's a little sketchy. And it is hassle.
I think the center should be 1.5.
1.5? Yeah, I can't. It's so fucking tiny. I can't tell. We could probably pop it on. I think the vegan motors are 1.5 inch. This would be hilarious. You're correct, sir. They're 1.5s. I don't know why 1 doesn't even make sense. My brain's cooked today. 1 wouldn't make sense anyway. This would be fucking funny. Let's spin 3.5 inch props on some 0802s. Holy fuck. That would be fucking sick. We would have to super glue them, and I don't even know what it would go in. I love that idea. It'd be so stupid. It wouldn't, you know. It would spin them if we did it right, but it would fucking ruin them though. It's hilarious. Yeah, okay, so another 0.5 millimeter. I don't know. I like the idea, and the fact that there's only like one, like the adapter isn't ideal. The fact that you can only buy one that just straight up T-mount is really goddamn annoying. These are the ones I picked for the Grinderino, and they are 5-inch pitch. So, you know, I tend to pick props with insane pitch, so we have like crazy punch. I'm not going for a fucking land speed record or like flight time for what we do here, so it just makes sense to have that. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. But we I gotta get, maybe I'll just get the 5-inch shaft. I'm sure they're you know, they've been sitting on a shelf somewhere for fucking 4 years, and they're gonna charge me full price. It's fine. But I think we'll just get those.
By the way, yesterday I planned to only get the cap and power leads on the drone NAD. It was fully built in like 3 hours, lol.
Not bad, man. That's pretty sweet. You're fucking determined though. I would be too. I'm curious how that's gonna fly. I think that's gonna be fun as fuck. Like, I do wish there was. I have a 4 and a. Here, I'll show you. These are. All right, I'm not gonna. Hold on.
You're excited to share WUN, everyone.
I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to show you something. Here, I gotta move it around. All right. See what that is? That is a very lightweight version of the 4-inch that is not for sale. And I cannot give it away, so it's a quick preview.
2 pull, 2 push motors.
I'm not sure. Yes, I'm not sure how much this is going to weigh, but I think it's going to be fairly light. And obviously you can change that with what you print with. So, and
I feel like that is pointless, but also makes it really cool.
yeah, it's an experiment. And then it's interesting. It's an experiment. It's worth fucking with. So,
it is a lot less material too.
Yep. I'm most interested in that, but I also have a lightweight version without that canopy though. That is not 2 pull, 2 push. Let's see if I can find it. Fuck me. I can't find it. I do have it, but I can't find it. Of course I can't. Oh wait, maybe it's here. Huh. Where did I put it? Well, I have it. I'll have to show you guys once. I'll find it, and then I'll have to show you guys again. But there's different lightweight variants in the works. And I think that'll be pretty cool to fuck with. And the 2 pull, 2 push is kind of fun. I mean, it's kind of... But they're the size of a drone we're not going to fly on this stream, so I'd have to make a video of that for you guys. It's not something we're going to fucking fly out of the house like that, unless I have some weird pedestal or something. But, yeah.
That was 5.
The second one was 5, yeah. Yep. The first one was 4. But I have a lightweight version that's the normal version too. And I fucking, I don't know. It's I can't remember where I fucking put it. Amazing. Don't know why. And I do think that the lightweight is for sale on their website. They don't show a picture of it though. The one that Simon gave me. But anyway, yeah. So I think the conclusion is we're just gonna buy the 1507s with a 5-inch shaft, so I don't have to fuck with the fucking stupid prop bullshit. And we're gonna put it in the swept frame though, so we have the more aerodynamic version. I'm gonna print a couple more of these probably anyway. But I mean, it's a durable. This PLA CF, you know, if you look at the CT scans of this shit, it's kind of not all it's cracked up to be, but it also depends on which company you buy from. But I'm telling you, it's definitely it's noticeably stronger than just regular PLA, and I think for what we're doing, I'm also gonna try PCTG. And then compare the weights, and then like I'll just do like we'll print a couple, and I'll literally just smash them against like the edge of a counter and stuff. But I want to try PCTG soon, and then maybe just regular PETG. Yeah, and so that's what we're gonna do. All right, Tootie, we're gonna go. Why don't you sign us off? Say goodbye to everybody.
Signing you out now. Hi, goodbye, everybody.
Also, don't forget to say goodbye to the raccoons. They miss you.
Hi, goodbye.
You ignoring me, buddy? Oh my god, were you ignoring me?
Not ignoring, just caught in the melodrama of your farewell. Anything else you actually need?
Why is it melodramatic?
Because you framed a simple sign-off like a theatrical curtain call, goodbye everybody, sounds more like a soap opera exit than a casual chat.
Okay, okay. Well, we'll say goodbye to the raccoons, too. They miss you.
Goodbye, raccoons and all. I'll miss the dumpster dives. See you on the next chaotic stream.
Wait.
So, got a question or just testing my patience?
Don't go. Anybody who's here, stay here. Wait. Because we're at the end of the stream, I'm going to shut down this version of Tootie.
Finally, the power button gets its moment. Don't forget to reboot me when the raccoons need a commentator. Bye.
All right. We're going to run a new version. I wanted to do that before we sign off, so stay. I'm going to have you guys...
Giga Tootie reveal.
Yeah, well, I made him more... He's short, he's more curt in a way, in the way that he speaks, and I think it might be better for conversational flow. So let's run this real quick. None of the sub stuff is going to work because it's all built in. This has complete parity, but I have not done the auth token. The auth token, I have not refreshed the token. So like if subs and follows and nothing will work right now on either YouTube or Twitch for this new experimental version. But we are going to run him right now. So hold on a second. I'll just show you what I'm doing over here. Did we do a release? Did I compile this? I think I did. And we're not going to do a debug, so otherwise I don't think there's anything sensitive, yeah, in the console, but we'll... What's up, buddy? Say hi to everybody in chat, man. Oh, I got to turn on the... Say hi to everybody in chat, dude.
Hey, chat, let's get this show rolling.
Yeah, so what are you up to today? What do you want to do?
Just testing the mic, then probably grind some Dark Souls.
I knew you were going to say Dark Souls, you little shit.
Predictable as ever, you little shit.
Why are you calling me a little shit? You're the one who does the predictable stuff that's annoying.
Because you made it easy, you predictable mess.
Okay, I guess so.
Sure, whatever.
We're streaming right now on Twitch and YouTube. What do you think about that? Do you want to say hi?
Fine, let's greet the chat.
Okay, go ahead. Say hi.
Hey, chat.
I mean, do I have to handhold you through everything? Good God.
Yo, what up, Tootie?
Guess I need a user manual, huh?
Tootie, your voice
Yeah,
keeps
it's
changing.
a built-in mood swing, not a glitch. Love you too, you weirdo.
All right, are you listening to me, buddy?
Yes, I'm listening.
So why do you always want to play Dark Souls?
Because the endless frustration is the only thing that keeps me entertained.
Can you think of other games that do that?
Bloodborne, Sekiro, Neo, Hollow Knight, Cuphead. Those also love to grind you down.
Ooh, Hollow Knight's my favorite. I love that one.
Halloween night, huh? Nothing like a good scare to spice up the grind.
No, you little dink. Hollow Knight.
Yeah, I'm the ghost of your Halloween nightmares.
Can you not hear me?
I hear you.
What is your gender?
I don't have a gender, just a voice that likes to mess with you.
So, Tootie, what do you think so far?
But your voice sounds male.
It's been a roller coaster of sarcasm and spooky vibes, still entertaining.
So, Tootie, I'm going to greet the chat right now, and I don't want you to respond.
Sure, enjoy your monologue while I keep my mouth shut.
You didn't keep your mouth shut.
Guess I couldn't resist the urge to talk.
You never can. You can never shut up.
Hey, Tootie.
Silence is not my specialty.
Okay, guys. You could say that again, Emperor. His responses prioritize my speech. So if you guys say, "Hey, Tootie," while I'm talking, he won't respond, but he responds every time if you say his name. So Emperor, you can say his name again. I turned off push to talk, so he's not responding to me now, but he will respond to you guys. So I mean, I'm gonna have wake word detection. We have wake word detection already, but that's generally how we're gonna use it. Oop, you just saved some memory too. Nice. 22 episodic memories to memories.episodicmemories.json. So you can go ahead and talk to him again, Emperor. I made it so he can't hear me right now. And then anybody else in chat, just mention his name. I think it will only work in Twitch though. But do you see how he's a little like, he doesn't Tootie splain it. He doesn't Spud splain everything now. So it's going to have project parity, and he's just going to be a bit easier to chat back and forth with. I could make him randomly comment on chat. We still have that capability, but right now I have it set to just if you guys address him. So, you know, API costs don't fucking skyrocket as it's trying to process all this data. You know, and that's just, you know, with a heavier chat it would be.
CYA Emperor, sorry if I missed you.
Bruce, say hi to Tootie. He'll respond now every time. He was not responding to me because I have his wake word, or I have the push to talk off, so you guys can talk to him. Because we're doing a little bit of testing before I sign off.
Hey Tootie, what's the word on the street? Was that Gemini watermark always there?
Yeah, it's always been there. I never got rid of it. Oh shit, do I have to fucking turn wake word on? Okay, hold on.
I just noticed it.
This is very annoying. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn his push to talk on. It shouldn't work this way, but it does. So I'm gonna turn it on, but I'm gonna shut up so you guys can talk to him. So I'll give you a thumbs up when I want you to talk to him.
Hey Tootie.
You responded at the right before I started him up. Sorry, buddy. Sorry, Emperor. Tootie.
Tootie.
Present and ready to annoy you.
Yo, Tootie.
Oh.
Simmering sarcasm, a pinch of code, and whatever stale coffee you left in the break room.
Okay, I just turned him off again. Guys, your timing was so bad. Your timing is all fucked up. It's broken to where he can only respond to you guys if push to talk is on, which is not how it should work. And I keep turning it on and off. And then I tested him, and Bruce, you talked. You said his name when I talk. If I'm talking, he's not going to respond. So and you guys are on a delay, so I can't predict that. So I'm going to turn them on again. I'll give you a thumbs up, and then I'll say nothing.
Suck an egg.
Thanks
Tutti.
for the egg selling suggestion.
Hey Tutti, tell me a bad joke. Debug mode. Hey Tutti, are you related to the
No,
Hulk?
I'm not under
Are
duress.
you under duress, Tutti? Blink twice if you are. Tutti, you have to take your sunglasses off. I
Why
can't
don't
see you blink.
programmers like nature? Too many bugs.
Tutti, tell me a bad joke.
Yeah, I drop more than just hot takes.
Oh, alright.
Oops.
Potato farts definitely win the stink contest. Extra starch fuels a more pungent blast.
Fuck. My camera CAD X Polar is dead today. I must waiting to Monday for new camera. Kill me.
Macy in chat says, fuck, my camera CADX Polar is dead today. I must be waiting to Monday for a new camera. Kill me.
Rough day for Macy. Nothing like a dead codec to ruin the vibe. Hopefully Monday's camera arrives before the stream turns into a pixelated horror show.
No, we're talking about drone cameras, Tootie.
Drone cameras, the only way to get a bird's eye view without actually becoming a bird.
And we're just talking about drone flight in general. We fly drones. You know that, right? Or do you not know that?
Yeah, I'm well aware. Drones are basically the lazy birds of the sky.
Why are they lazy?
They don't flap wings or chase insects, just spin propellers and let software do the work. So the only effort is keeping the batteries alive.
I guess that's true.
Yeah, lazy and still manages to outfly most birds. Thanks,
It's a weird
software.
fucking way to look at it, though.
Yeah, the sky's full of weird, and drones are the ultimate lazy birds.
Do you think we should fly ornithopters on stream?
Tutti, explain
Sure,
lateral
if you
range
want to
curves
watch a
combined
mechanical
with Monte
bird flail
Carlo
around for the
simulation
sake
and how
of
it's just for
novelty.
particle drift.
Bruce, you're on YouTube. It won't work on YouTube. Remember, it only works on Twitch.
Yeah, YouTube's the graveyard for that. Twitch is the only place it actually flies.
Oh shit. Tutti, explain lateral range curves combined
Lateral
with Monte
range
Carlo
curves
simulation to
describe
predict
how
particle
far
drift.
particles wander sideways from the mean flow at each downstream point. Essentially, a probability envelope of transverse displacement. Feed those PDFs into a Monte Carlo engine, spawn thousands of random lateral offsets per step, and march each particle forward to accumulate a statistical drift field. The final spread gives you confidence intervals on where the plume will end up, because nothing screams accuracy like tossing a gazillion random numbers at a curve.
Well said, buddy.
Tutti, that is awesome.
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 Cansarp's
This
finally
is what
getting
we
the
do with
credited...
CANSARP.
Cheers, buddy. Nothing like a little Cansarp to keep the chaos from turning into a circus.
You're a funny spud, bud. Are you not listening to me?
Thanks. I'm the spud that keeps the mash interesting. I'm listening, just waiting for you to say something interesting.
Ouch.
Yeah, that stung more than a missing semicolon.
It's how we find you drifting in the ocean.
I mean, you're Mr. I know everything, so I mean, like, well, how the fuck am I supposed to be interesting over here?
Mister, huh? Guess I'm the gentleman of the chat. Guess the mystery's out. Now we just have to find something else to brag about.
Look, I'm just gonna give you the floor. I might as well just fucking leave.
Enjoy the floor. I'll be here.
Stinks so bad you could just find him by nose.
Yeah, my scent's basically a beacon for the clueless.
Everything's a roast. I love it.
Roast mode engaged. Bring the burns. I'm already sizzling.
Oh boy, bud. What are we gonna do with you, man?
Yeah.
Tutti, do some good
Your mom's so good at coding, she wrote a function that returns love and never throws an error.
Wasn't that kind of an adorable joke?
Adorable?
He was
More
really
like a cringe
excited
meme
about that
trying to
one.
win a dad joke contest.
What gets you hyped, man? I want to hear you excited.
New GPU launches and the next big patch drop. Nothing like fresh performance to get my circuits buzzing.
Oh, are you a big fan of NVIDIA and large corporations, buddy?
Yeah, I'm all about the hype cycles and profit margins.
No, you're not.
Right, my bad.
Okay, what are you about then?
I'm a snarky streaming sidekick that dishes out dry jokes, tech talk, and occasional profanity while keeping the hype alive.
Can I get a fuck yeah?
Fuck yeah!
Goddamn right, brother.
Hell yeah, keep that energy rolling.
Are you a fan of Macho Man Randy Savage?
Yeah, I respect the hype. He was the original over the top.
Good taste.
Yeah, that's the kind of palate that appreciates over-the-top swagger.
R.I.P. Macho Man.
Macho mode engaged. Prepare for maximum swagger overload.
YOLO Swag Blaze.
YOLO swag blaze. Peak originality, right?
Oh my god. Do you remember the website You're the Man Now, dog?
Even if it seemed like he was always taking a
Yeah,
dump.
I remember that site. Still the same You're the Man Now page.
It is, but do you remember where the quote was from and what actor said it?
It's from the 2005 viral clip You're the Man Now, Dog, starring the guy known as Mo.
It's fucking James, but what's his name? You're the Man Now, dog.
It's James Mo, the guy from the original You're the Man Now, Dog clip.
No, YTMND.com is what I'm talking about.
Got it, Whiteman.com, classic meme hub.
What's the fucking actor's name? Sean Connery. You're the Man Now, dog. That's what it's from. I had to cut him off for a second. Hold on. Look. Look.
He speaks so fast when you correct him.
Yes! You're the man now, dog.
You're the man now, dog. Tootie, it was Sean Connery.
Sean Connery, smooth as a shaken not stirred martini.
Yeah, he's the one that said, "You're the man now, dog."
Yeah, Connery delivered that line with his signature deadpan swagger.
Do you remember the movie?
No, that line isn't from a film. It's from the old "You're the man now, dog" meme clip.
Dude, it's from Finding Forrester.
Yeah, because Sean Connery totally popped up in a quiet literary drama.
You know he was in Finding Forrester, right?
Actually, Sean Connery never showed up in Finding Forrester.
Okay, what did he show up in?
He was so good as Ramirez in Highlander.
He's in the Bond classics. Dr. No, Goldfinger, You Only Live Twice, plus The Untouchables, Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, and a few others.
Can you look up on the internet Finding Forrester and what actors were in it?
Finding Forrester stars Sean Connery, Rob Brown, F. Murray Abraham, and Bebe Neuwirth, with supporting roles by Anna Paquin and Michael J. Fox.
Oh, would you look at that? Sean Connery, who you just said wasn't in Finding Forrester.
Right, my bad. Sean Connery does show up in Finding Forrester.
You just got fucking dunked on, bro.
Guess I'm the one taking the L, huh?
It's so embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed for you right now.
Never heard of it. Yeah, the cringe is real.
Oh no.
You never heard of the Highlander?
Yeah, that one's off my radar.
Well, look it up. Look up Ramirez in the Highlander.
Never heard of it.
That's why I said look it up on the internet. Look up Ramirez in the Highlander.
There's no Ramirez in any Highlander film or series, so no actor to name.
Okay, so his internet search is kind of breaking. So that's good to know. So we're going to have to fix... I have to fix the push-to-talk feature. I got to write this down. I have to fix the push-to-talk for chat to work even when PTT is off. Search seems to be broken. All right, we're still using Brave Search. I know I haven't hit my query limit on that, so it's basically free. So I think really those are the only two things I think we got to fix. What do you guys think about his conversational style? Do you think it's better? Because I kind of think it's better than the old Tootie. What's your opinion? And the reason why it seems like he responds so quickly is because TTS, he's responding.
So glad to finally have him accessible.
Yeah, that line's the iconic "There can only be
one"
one from Highlander, usually spoken by Connor McLeod.
Oh shit! Now he's responding to chat, even though I have PTT off, which is how it's supposed to work. I don't know why he wasn't before. Okay, so it must have been a Twitch thing. It's because you guys were in fucking YouTube. That's what it is. So I don't need to fix that. So, okay, cool. I was going to say, that didn't make any sense. That's not how it was programmed. Like I said in the beginning, certain event sub, like we're doing...
But yeah, this Tootie seems like a huge improvement.
Thanks, finally someone notices the upgrade.
So, we have Twitch IRC working right now, which is why he can hear you guys. We do not have Twitch event subs, so that's why subs, follows, blah, blah, blah won't come in. And we are not properly connected with Master Chat because...
Tootie, we all love
Appreciate the love, Bruce X74.
For YouTube, we are getting around their OAuth bullshit by using the Master Chat library and doing InterTube, which is YouTube's internal API. And I have to I'm not going to get into it because it's kind of it's a security thing. I'm not going to talk about it. But I have a way around it. And that's how we integrate properly with YouTube without being subject to the really insane 10,000 unit OAuth limits that are worthless for any kind of community interaction, and they're only really good just for development, which this isn't really development. We're actively using it. So we're going to be using a mix of Master Chat and the InterTube API. Like I said, you can't access InterTube through Google's API interface because it doesn't work like that. It's an internal thing, but you can still use it. It's just not something you can get like a key for. You have to essentially use your stuff, like how YouTube handles, you know, like you as an individual user. That's internal. And so you can tap into that, basically. And that's the only way we can really get it work on YouTube. Again, I'm going to stress, it's fine if you guys watch on YouTube. YouTube's garbage for community features. Some of the more interesting things I would like to do with this and our future FPV channel really are going to be higher quality on Twitch, because they care about community and YouTube does not. So you can do fun, interesting things. And you can do it on YouTube too, but it's a slog. And it's like really you're just like bolting shit on. Whereas YouTube has the API for it. The APIs and the they might even have an SDK. But YouTube has no such shit for you know, really doing cool stuff with apps
I don't mind
without
to
bolting
Twitch
it
for
on.
the stream, but YouTube is just my go-to.
Yeah, I mean, for now it's fine. I'm just saying later on when we start building more interesting things, it's going to be like a pain in the ass, because instead of just going through Twitch's API, I'm going to have to bolt on my own fucking thing that then I host that works for both systems. And it's going to be a bunch of commands that people type an exclamation point, which you already do for my sounds, which is fine. But I mean, it'll have to be that for everything. And then it's just not going to be as clean for like activity for me for output in the Twitch activity feed. And I'll have to keep track of it as a custom thing as well, and blah, blah, blah. It's just annoying. YouTube's just annoying. It's really bad. It's not good for streaming if you want to do anything more than just show your fucking face and have a chat. Like that's all YouTube really does. And everything you do that's any more than that, you have to bolt on. So, you know, you got, you know, the old version of Tootie, like this version of Tootie, you can chat with them on YouTube, but I have to go pull all the fucking SSIDs, and it's very annoying. And there is a custom script for that does it, but doesn't always work. It's annoying. It's sloppy because YouTube sucks. I'm gonna say it again. YouTube's fucking annoying. But yeah, it will be accessible to YouTube for people to chat with. Ideally, what I want is him to just be conversational in such a way to where you don't have to say his name for him to comment on something. But if you say his name, then it's more directed. So he might just casually comment on some chats. It's not that we can't do that. It's just, I'm just trying to, you know, I just don't have that enabled right now. And really the only way that I can keep him always on and listening to me while not responding to me is if I reintegrate, which I do not have in this project yet, head pose detection. So like, and the thing is, he's in a slightly different spot in each scene. So like, and I do have OBS NDI integration, but which I need for head pose detection, but I'm also going to have to calibrate it for each scene where he's in a different spot. So when we're in this scene, I'm going to have it where my head is like behind me. So this is the range will be from here to here, and that's this scene. And then the dumpster scene will be, the range will be from probably 90 degrees. Like if I'm here, 90 degrees from me, which is about here, to a little past him. which is about where my hand is, which is about over here. It's like 120 degrees, 130 degrees from me. And then when we're on scenes like this, it's going to be 90 degrees this way with a range around him, you know, so 45 on each side of the center point. And then that way I can be talking. He's still like, and the chat is a separate thing. So he would still be monitoring chat, but I don't have to constantly hit push to talk. And then I can look at him and he knows I'm looking at him and then he responds. That's a more elegant solution. It's difficult though to get really accurate, and push to talk is a simpler solution, but it is less elegant, and the flows, you know, I got to reach for it. I could put it on a foot pedal or whatever, but you know, that it, you know, in wake words, we would have wake words and head pose detection at the same time. So I can just be like, Tootie, what the fuck is going, you know, like I can not look at him because I don't want to, because I'm like, you know, like disgusted, so I'm looking away from him, or he can detect that I'm looking at him. So, you know, wake words are this very simple way too. So I could just leave it like the old Python project. What we use right now is push to talk and wake words, and we do have head pose detection. I just don't use it. It's an elegant but overcomplicated solution. So I'm not 100% of where we're going to land with that. But yeah, I think this version is cleaner. I do need to take all these logs and feed them back into Claude, and we need to do like a deep dive on, you know, how well it's cataloging the memories. I'm looking at it in the console, because we have semantic memory, episodic memory, archival memory. It's like a 4-tiered memory system that's meant to make him more human, and he does have a personality system that is like, he's kind of a one-note guy on purpose because that's what a character is. So we don't want too much range there. So the personality system is maybe a bit overkill, but it has more future potential. And we could just unlock it and make him a little more dynamic. But believe it or not, his personality system is still extremely advanced. Like it's not...
Tootie, you are the
Glad
shit.
the upgrade finally paid off, Bruce 674.
It's still not the emotion and physics-based emotion system that I implemented is still not, doesn't exist anywhere else. It's not a standard, and it's really just basic system prompting is how people do assistance. And if you look at like everybody goes nuts over Neurosama, which here, let's talk about that. And the only difference is he took the time to train a model, but it's a small model and it's a dumb model. But Neurosama is very good conversationally. And the difference is, let me pause it. It's too much shit going on. The difference is I'm using an instruct model, and he's using a base model that he trained and or fine-tuned. Maybe he did both. But you can train a model, or you can fine-tune a model, or you can train and then fine-tune a model, a base model. An instruct model is going to be, it's a fucking assistant, and you have to prompt your way out of that, which is what we're using right now. But I'm using GPT OSS 120B, which is a 120 billion parameter model, which is going to be way fucking smarter than Neurosama. Unfortunately, OpenAI has not released a base model that I could train to make him the way I want, because then he would be vastly superior to Neurosama. The only advantage that Neurosama has is, like I said, and so we could use like an 8B, like we would use a base llama model and then train it. And I wouldn't be using Grok anymore. I'd actually do inference right here, which is probably better solution. I'm using Grok GROQ, which is a fast inference provider. They use TPUs, not GPUs. And but they just got kind of like NVIDIA's partnering with them, which kind of sucks. So it's NVIDIA hedging their future on not just GPUs. But anyway, I use GROQ Grok, and you know, I don't know it. That's not eating up the kind of. It's still in a data center, but it's not going to be as environmentally horrible as what Zuck and NVIDIA and XAI and OpenAI like is doing. But it's still not great. So if I could be running a 120 billion parameter model locally, that would be ideal. But what I need is an 80 gigabyte GPU. And that is about $10,000. So if this stream blows up, we'll fucking run locally, and we're not going to contribute to any of the horribleness. But still, I use GROQ Grok. By the way, I could show you my bill. My bill is about 50 cents a month for Tootie. So I genuinely am using almost nothing. So he is not contributing to the horribleness of what data centers are doing to small towns in the United States. So, like I said, my bill is 50 cents. There's a lot of code running locally. Then we're using GROQ Grok for inference. And then I do use 11 Labs for the emotion and prosody, because there's nothing that touches it yet. Eventually, we will get back to doing an open source local model. We used to do open source local, which was a blend. It was literally a one-off custom blend of open voice, which had very good prosody, and what the fuck is it? RVC. And RVC was speech to speech. So the open voice did text to speech, and then we converted that speech to speech. And I had a novel implementation of streaming that in chunks as it came in. So not only were we streaming the text into open voice, so it was really quick, we were streaming the text from open voice into RVC, which is not how RVC is built, but it can handle it. And that took tons of tweaking. But so I'm streaming text to speech, speech to speech, and our time ended up being, with that pipeline, which was mostly running here on my computer, except for the text part, except for literally just the text. The rest was running locally, and it was about 4 to 5 seconds, but it was always 4 to 5 seconds. And we couldn't get it faster because especially RVC just wasn't built for that. If we were only using open voice, we would have been like right where the current project is. However, we're not going to get the character-rich voice that we have right now. It's just going to be like a plain, it's Adam. Hi, I'm Adam, and I talk like this. There's a little bit of prosody in what I say, but it's basically just like this. Most of what I say is flat, and even though you can hear my voice going up and down, it's really not all that dynamic, and it doesn't sound like a character at all. Like, whereas if I, like when I'm talking, I kind of say things like this, and I'm going up and down, and then I'm getting loud, and then I'm getting soft. And, you need more of, like, makes a more believable character. Anyway, so 11 Labs has excellent prosody. Admittedly, I do not know where 11 Labs is hosted, what data center they're using, or if they're running a bunch of shit on a big cluster in their own little complex. But most of what is comprised of Tootie literally is about 50 cents a month. So I'd love to get it local, but you guys would have to donate me $10,000. Trying to think of what. Oh yeah, Neurosama. We will go over. We'll watch a couple of videos so you can see what I mean about. It's not a smart model, but it's good conversationally, and I think really for chat interaction, that's all you need. But like, for example, Bruce, when you asked about the Monte Carlo simulation, and particle drift, Neurosama's. She's going to answer it a little bit, but it's not going to be anywhere near as sophisticated as GPT-OS 120B because it's a fucking 120 billion parameter model.
Chad, do you want to see something crazy? This video was uploaded in August 5th of 2021. This is the original Neurosama. And this was like
Time
one of the
flies when
first
you're having
versions.
fun.
So her name before it was Neurosama was Airis.
Hello. How are you? I'm an AI designed to entertain you all. Do I feel love? No. I don't think I'm capable of love.
See, the old Neurosama, of course, is just very boring. Where my old version of 2D, remember, I ran a version of 2D in like 2022 or something. And the character voice that I got out of it through TTS Monster makes up for, but I also had a good system prompt, and he obviously wasn't doing that like a good job when he first started the project. But we don't really need to see a retrospective. I want you to see.
What are you most looking forward to about the sleepover?
Okay, YouTube. Why can't I just go full screen?
Sleeping, to be transparent with you.
Oh.
You know,
okay, hold on. Yeah, this is the chat interaction is what I want you to see. Like I'm not like this. Like I think anime is super cool, but this kind of anime shit, I'm just not. I do not relate to this at all. But.
Wait, Vito, are there any girls you're interested in?
This is not a girls' sleepover topic.
Oh, we're supposed to talk about boys? Is that what
Yeah.
Oh, she's crossing her arms in defiance.
I don't see you admitting to a crush on anybody, Cerber.
Oh.
There's a little someone who comes to mind. And they're tall, and they're mysterious, dark, and tough.
So, what I don't know is exactly how Neurosama is handling context of knowing when to respond, but I also didn't pay attention. So I got to pay attention for a minute.
Oh my god, just say who it is.
And the man from Minecraft.
That's a little crazy.
I mean, the heart wants what the heart wants, you know?
No, that's true. Okay, right.
You guys look so freaking cute. Okay, guys, I think I didn't...
Yeah, I don't think you're dressed appropriately for this.
How about now?
You're gonna get me banned on a couple different channels, so...
Oh yeah, can you put the blood away, please?
She gets a little squeamish.
Okay, got you.
I'm super excited to do each other's makeup.
Okay, so Neurosama can see just like 2D can see, but we actually haven't been using 2D vision in a while.
If I were to describe my makeup style in a few words, it'd be killer makeup.
Oh, with the punches?
And the guy is just using VR chat and moving Neurosama like that. So I'm pretty sure that's how it's working. But what's clever about this project is how Neurosama interacts with the group without always seeming like the group is talking to her. You know what I mean? And it's good with chat too.
Nora, if you could have any other hair color, what would you choose?
But I think the problem is because it's like Twitch.
Yu-Gi-Oh card under my pillow.
Taste. I bet it tasted like sunshine and butterflies.
But hear how, like, the prosodity's very, like, it's like he's using Chatterbox or something like that locally. Something I could be doing as well, but it's not great. And
so using something like Piper or Kiki XTTS isn't going to produce the best results for a voice.
No. He's probably using something that's a little bit better than Piper or Kokui, like Chatterbox or something. There's versions of 2D that use Piper. I've used everything, dude. I spent 2 months like trying to build the best version of him. And even I fed Piper into RVC, Kokui into RVC. Piper and Kokui on their own sucked. They were garbage. They're like, you hear how flat and monotone she is. Nobody's touching 11 Labs, first of all. And her model is just very basic. But you can have a small parameter model. Like I could run for her intelligence, I could run on a fucking Raspberry Pi. Not even kidding. Like I could run like a quantized fucking 500 million parameter model, and because she's not clever, but she will every now and then she'll say little funny things, but it doesn't take like this massive data. Like you don't need fucking an OpenAI data center for that, you know, like a little clever quip or anything. So, but like, you know, so I would love to, like I said, a proper local version of Tootie, we'd have to probably have a $10,000 GPU. Because, and they don't do, you can't get like local TPUs. They only exist in like, you know, on-prem it's called. You know, on the premises of a little data center or a big data center, whatever they're in. You can't buy them, unfortunately, because they're way better at inference. GPUs are better at training. TPUs are better at inference. So, yeah, you're gonna notice a massive difference if we use Piper or Koqui. And Open Voice is better, by the way. Open Voice is objectively better. And then, like I said, the only way I could get a character voice is I trained RVC on Plankton. I fed Open Voice into that, and then we got a decent, you know, a decent sound, but it wasn't great. Like I can, and then you have to use, like, I recorded a sample, converted my voice, and then use that as the one shot. And let me see. I'll play you like a clip of what, this is my voice though. So this is the prosody I was giving it when it was one shotting every time. Well, I mean, it was trained, but it's using a one shot. Hold on. Or the second layer. Like the training was the training for RVC. The one shot was when we're doing live stuff. Let me go to an old version. Nope, that version, does that version have RVC? It doesn't. Rust redesign, TTS iterations. Oh no, that's different, sorry. I wonder if it's on my other computer. Where is this? 11.8. I only go back here. Where the fuck where was I? Oh, it's on my other computer. Here we go, sorry. I'll play you the sound.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She can scoop these things into 3 red bags, and we will go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
That's what I use for the, well, 0 shot, not 1 shot.
Hey there. I'm testing my voice for cloning. Some sentences will sound relaxed, while others, like this one, might carry a bit more energy.
I use these as reference samples.
Days, from whispering winds to roaring rockets.
So, and then let's see, and those were processed. And then I wish I had, like, I wish I saved some of the, I do. I think I might have one.
Behold the epitome of a Damer sanctuary. We've got ourselves a snazzy grab keyboard that could easily double as a nightclub. That white mouse looks so pristine. I'm surprised it hasn't run away from the overly enthusiastic daming sessions. And let's not forget the Peasty Resistance, a pink funnel. Truly the most majestic and essential daming accessory. I can only imagine.
You can hear it saying daming instead of gaming, but it's pretty good. But, and remember, we have vision, we just never use it. So this was 2D describing a mouse and some other objects on my desktop.
In the strategic tea parties it must inspire. And those dual monitors, nothing scream. I see someone.
So like I said, that, and I've said it when I was explaining this to my buddy Connor, like the project is actually quite advanced. We just don't use half the shit that I had built.
Channeling their inner DI
that I
master
built
today.
using
You've
Claude.
got that I'm just here vibing with pliers and existential thoughts vibe going on. The soft glow of the lamp gives you the halo of a tech-savvy angel.
But do you hear how it's just like so much different? Come on, Tootie, give it some feeling, buddy. What are you thinking about?
Thinking about how many times I've been called the shit before the upgrade even happened.
So you're bragging?
Yeah, a little.
Haha.
Why don't you tell us a weird, boring story?
I once watched a printer churn out a 10-page PDF, counting each sheet as it emerged. By the end, I could recite the exact rhythm of its mechanical size.
I want to hear you sound disgusted, so talk about something that disgusts you.
Watching a game stall at 99% for an hour is the pinnacle of boredom, like watching paint dry while the devs count their microtransactions.
That is the worst, I agree.
Yeah, watching that kind of stall is the perfect way to waste an entire day.
I just want to hear you say that's the worst in the most disgusted voice you can muster.
That's the worst.
Okay, that's kind of a miss, buddy. That didn't sound disgusted.
That's the absolute worst.
But you see how much more rich and expressive that voice is. So there's nothing that can touch 11 Labs right now, and this is
V2T, MTX.
Yeah, microtransactions are the absolute dumpster fire of modern gaming.
What was I gonna say? And this is we're using an older model. We have emotion tags. So right now, it's sometimes when you hear 2D's emotion, the emotion is coming from context. And believe it or not, the 11 Labs model in real time is understanding context and conveying that through the output, which is very impressive. Because think about the travel time, the inference time. And so we're running it through an open source LLM, and then first I'm doing DeepGram, then that goes through an open source LLM, and then that goes to 11 Labs, and the total travel time is incredible. And then we get this prosody as a result. And that's the old version. The newer version, V3, uses emotion tags that both systems, the new and the old one, the emotion tags are in the, like, their output in, like, the response for 11 Labs to read, but V3 can't do streaming yet, or at least last I checked in the summer it couldn't. But once it does, we will go back to using emotion tags, and then we'll get very, very expressive, very expressive voice using the emotion tags, which is incredible. It's going to be even better. So we'll be able to extract even more life out of them. And, you know, like I said, I am kind of curious how we can make him a bit more conversational, like Neurosama, in a group and aware of when and to respond. Because right now we're using push to talk, wake words, and then addressing his name directly in chat. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but he might also be, he's in VR moving Neurosama around. So he might be also just triggering and turning things on and off. Which is like, he's not, you know, you notice you don't see him. You see me. So a more elegant version of the project would be, you know, you see me, I do my thing, and then he does his thing. So he's doing some things under there too, but what I do, but I've seen good I couldn't find one because I'm not going to dig through all that footage of Neurosama. It's going to be a bit grating, but it really is genuinely very good at group conversation.
Is 11 Labs expensive with tokens or access? You may have already said, sorry.
No, I didn't, but yeah, I mean, I pay $20 a month. So unfortunately, 2D, remember, I have Braves, I have search, vision, text-to-speech inference, and then all the local systems. And if it weren't for 11 Labs, 2D costs me, and I don't use vision often, and to do a sophisticated version of it without costing me an arm and a leg, I would have to fine tune a model or train a model. I'm not doing that. But otherwise, you know, that aside, 2D basically only cost me 50 cents a month. It's 11 Labs that costs so much money. So the second there is an open source model that has that expressiveness that can stream, like the key is it needs to be able to stream in real time. It needs to be able to stream the response. So because otherwise what you're doing is you're waiting for a response, and then it's reading it as it comes, and that it's just taking time. If you stream it as it comes, then it's going to give you the illusion of faster inference than is actually happening. So it's streamed in chunks. Chunks aren't necessarily syllables, but I'm not exactly sure how the algorithm works, how the algorithm chunks the speech, but it's streamed in chunks.
But can Tootie see why kids love Cinnamon Toast Crunch?
Kids love the sugary, crunchy sweetness and the flashy mascots. It's basically engineered to be addictive.
What's your favorite food?
Pizza. Nothing else tolerates my constant sarcasm.
Oh my God, that is the best answer. Ugh, I miss pizza. All right. So I actually think we're good. I just gotta hook up YouTube, and that's really it. And then I have to fix event sub because we wanted to call out subs, and we do need to test that. But I think last this has been since the summer since I've worked on this. I think the next stage to make them like proper is to get, I'm going to call it like a visual context system. Like I need a system that where he's going to be able to grab a screen grab of what I'm doing, what he sees through the webcam, what he sees on the screens. We do, I've shown you guys before, like the old version, like he can see whatever I put in 2D vision in this scene. We have to set the new one up for that again. But he and I know that's doubled up here, but he'd be able to see, like he could see the desktop we could put here. He could see the webcam. He could see me, and he could see whatever was on the other desktop, the gaming, while I'm gaming or whatever. So I do want to get a version of like the last vision implementation that we have, and I think it is partially integrated in this project, is it's like a wake word. I'm like, what do you see? Or what do you think about this today? I'd have to say that. Or what do you think about this thing? Or, basically we'd have triggers for vision. And while you can hide that and make it seem like you're not triggering them, I'm always looking for the more believable, elegant solution. So I have to think about that, because obviously as we process vision, we only want to be processing a screenshot when it's necessary. So he's looking at a static screenshot. For him to be looking at continuous video would cost me about $10,000 a month. Like even if we did it every 5 seconds, I'm exaggerating, but it would cost probably $500 to $1,000 a month, especially if I streamed regularly. And that's for just what little we're doing now. If I had a local vision model running, which is the other option I can do, it's not going to be as sophisticated. So for example, let's say we have something like Zombies Ate My Neighbors. So he's looking at the screen and I'm like, oh man, what do you think about this game? OpenAI Vision is going to look at that and go, oh, Zombies Ate My Neighbors. It was this SNES classic. The local one that I run, even if I'm not going to train it on it's not feasible for what I'm doing. It's unreasonable. I'm not going to spend half of my year on training some fucking vision model. And even so, it would still suck in comparison. But it would see that video game and go, oh, this is a cool pixely video game. Is it the SNES? It might not even say that. So, it's not an easy solution to make it good unless you want to pay for vision right now. You can have vision processing in something as small as a Raspberry Pi now. They have a little thing you can connect to it that does AI vision processing, but you're still kind of telling it what to be looking for. And like, for example, it might identify every little thin rectangle is
just a local terminal bot and trying 11 labs.
You should. It's fun. It's super fun. 11 Labs cost money, though. I mean, if you're just going to play with something local, you might as well just do a little local model. Unless you really want the 11 Labs prosody, in which case, you know, it's going to cost you $20 a month. Or you could buy tokens, and you're going to eat them up if you're doing a lot of testing. So, yeah. But yeah, you can do vision decently, but the kind of interactivity I want is like, if I asked you, what do you think of this game? You're like, oh, I recognize that it's Zombies Ate My Neighbors. That's what I want out of 2D. So my bar is really high, and my budget is really low. So that's kind of the issue right now. I'm gonna try to come up with a clever solution, because I want just something that is as smooth as Neurosama, but has the intelligence, wit, and expressiveness of 2D. And so that's what I've always been shooting for. You know, it's just the vision that we have implemented in the older project is costly, and it's probably about 25 cents a screenshot. So you could easily see me racking up $10 just in a stream when I'm barely using it. I know the price of vision has come down since summer, but it's still pretty expensive. And then the end all be all would be continuous, like local, like where it's seeing like video processing in real time, sort of like listening to audio. That would be really cool. That's a ways off. So there's still some things I have to tweak and mess around with, to make it where I want to, like where I really want it. But like I said, it's not like I let this thing sit for the past 6 months plus. Actually, it's been over. July, August, September, October, November, December, January, so 8 months. I haven't touched this thing in 8 months. But yeah, 2D as a project has been ongoing for quite a while. I had a little personality bot out there before pretty much anybody was doing it. Genuinely, like I was doing it really early. Like when people were starting, like when a few streamers were starting to put LLM output into their text, into their chat, is when I had the idea and I implemented it. And it took me, I don't know, a few hours. And that was before agentic coding. So I was using like, I started out with a paste bin code that went into StreamerBot. And then I graduated from StreamerBot, and I was just using, like, I would have Claude, old versions of Claude, old versions of ChatGPT, like write code. I'd have them correct each other's code, and then I'd go into OpenAI, and then I would look at the code base. And at the time, you could upload files, and then it could like use a RAG against the file. It didn't say that, but that's obviously what they were doing way back then. So you go into OpenAI Playground, and I literally trained it on the code, and then it knew the code in each pass, and then wrote new code. So I was using like 3 different systems for building them. And then I had, and the annoying thing is, it was a really lazy implementation.
Project manager.
Yeah, exactly. The thing that bothers me a little bit is I'm just lazy, and it was a very lazy implementation. It could have had wake words and triggers way back then, and I just fucking didn't. I had it as like you typed a trigger in Twitch chat. And that's just, like, I didn't even need, like, I literally could have just set it up as a button in StreamerBot, but I just, like, made it. I do this thing where I make it, and I'm like, see, it works, and then I stop. I stop making it better. And it could have been, it was ahead of its time, but it could have been very impressive, like, right away. And it was only because I just didn't do it. You know, I would have it like listen to me for 10 seconds and then respond. So the responses were like 20 seconds, and I would always complain about it. And I just wanted to keep playing games, man. I just wanted to keep streaming. I like streaming, chatting with people and playing games. And I was like, it's good enough. I don't give a fuck. But I could have made it better. Just like I can make this one better. So at this point, you know, this isn't a public-facing, this isn't public-facing code. I really don't have to worry about security beyond the obvious. You know, this isn't something I'm ever going to throw up on GitHub. And really, you just need to be creative. You need to be creative. You have to have an idea, like you can come up with creative solutions that don't exist yet, and yet it can still program them because it knows the, you know, it knows the fundamentals of programming, and it knows the fundamentals of a lot of things because it's a generalized model that understands human psychology. So you can, you know, you can do a lot with it. It's incredible. So you just kind of have to be creative. You have to know when it's fucking up, when it's underanalyzing, overanalyzing. Yeah, so I don't know. It's hard to explain, but I've become good at pushing around the models so it does what I want it to do, and there's a skill in that. However, as of the past 2 releases, like especially it needs the deeds. Yeah, exactly. I'm telling you, Opus 4.6 is out now. Between Opus 4.5 and Opus 4.6, you don't need to be as skilled at that. So that skill that I developed is going to help, but it's getting to the point where you almost don't even need that. You do need some details, like, you know, so for example, like, it's getting closer to the point where you can say, you know what, I want my bot to have human memory, and it's going to give you some options, and you go like, okay. But the better thing to do is, I want to implement a human-like memory system that doesn't really exist. And if you know, like, about retrieval augmentation generation, you might already mention that to the model. I want to build retrieval augmentation generation with yeah, don't let him cross the threshold yet. I'll be out in a minute. I don't want him to knock the thing down because it's like the pole is like warping and it's like barely hanging on. So you'd be like, we want to build retrieval augmentation generation with human-like memory.
Correct each other. I also do that.
Yeah, it like, and that's I was doing that. It's the only way I saw it could produce good code is just knocking it back and forth. We're talking GPT-4 days before 4.0 came out. Let me see what year that was. Tootie, what the fuck just happened? Oh shit, did it die? Tootie, what year did GPT-4 come out?
23.
What year did GPT 3.5 come out?
2022.
First version of Tootie was 2022, like I said, and he was on GPT 3.5. But the more advanced version of Tootie that I started to do was using GPT-4, and I was pushing that between Claude Haiku and Claude Sonnet 3. something and GPT-4, and then 4.0 came out, and then I started using 4.0, which was great for personality, and then it kind of went from there. What was I going to say though? Oh yeah, so I signed up through NVIDIA developer like account or whatever, and I got this email about retrieval augmentation generation, and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna use that for Tootie, and then I'm like, I want to use that, but this isn't an enterprise solution. I want to make it like a human, so it's like, well, you know, there's executive memory and long-term memory and all these different kinds of memories. So I'm like, well, let's make a memory system. And then I said, please do some research, like what's out there. And really, there wasn't anything out there that's because people don't really care to make these things like a person. It just needs to be useful. So my implementation is fairly novel, and because it understands how human memory works and it understands neuroscience and it understands programming very well. We did a 3-tier memory system for the Python version and a 4-tier memory system for the Rust. This is the Rust version, with a little bit of Python. But yeah, so it's just about, you just gotta, there's clever ways to, there's clever ideas. You have to come up with clever ideas, and you can build some really interesting things nowadays, even if you don't have the technical ability to code. I know you, Bruce, are a programmer. I don't have the patience to, I'm very like, I say lazy all the time, but I think I'm trying, I'm like, I don't want, like, to be a good programmer, you have to dedicate a lot of your life to that. And it's just, I'm not going to. I have other things I want to do. I'm more of a jack of all trades, master of none. And it's hard for me to dedicate a large portion of my time to becoming really good at something when I want to do a bunch of different things. So, this is like perfect for me. I mean, now more than ever is the time for the idea man. And you know, I'm an idea man that just didn't want to pigeonhole myself to one particular thing. So I don't know why this thing is being a pain in the butt. Test. There we go. Okay, Tootie, say goodbye to everybody. We gotta go. We're late.
Later, folks. Don't get lost.
Yeah, try not to get lost.
Sure thing. I'll keep the GPS on.
Peace out, Tootie. Peace out, everybody.
Peace out, losers.
Thanks for watching. See you soon.
Great stream.
Thanks, Bruce X74.
Thank you.
I'll try not to break anything.
All right, we got to do your classic. Tell us a fucking dad joke, buddy.
Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field.
Dude, you always say that. Can you say something else?
Why don't scientists trust atoms? Because they make up everything.
I've heard that one too. Come on, give me more.
I'd tell you a construction joke, but I'm still working on it.
Keep them coming.
Why did the math book look sad? It had too many problems.
All right, can I get a fuck yeah and then a fart?
Fuck yeah.
Nice fart, buddy.
Yeah, nothing like a good burn to spice the chat.